hours and hours of brand new gameplay and all new details from game director Jonathan Rogers. That's what we're going to be taking a look at in this video. We're talking about the extensive in-game system, going over pretty much all of it, the Ascendancy class system, what it's like at max level and beyond, a tease at some of the in-game class system, what it's like at max level and beyond.
Whoa, what the hell? How is he accessing new footage? Wait, he's got culling strike. That's it? Wait, so he has like a reverse cull and a positive. So he has a reverse cull and he's got a cull. So he's got double cull. Double cull. A low T Slayer. This was shown? Wait, this wasn't shown.
A tease at some of the in-game.
Wait, I haven't seen any of this. I've not. Chat. This was shown. I've not seen this. I'm not seeing that. I would notice this. I've never seen this item before. I've never seen this. I've watched the fucking thing, paused every single bit of game footage that exists, all the way up to the Ziggy D interview. This was not in the main release. This is new. Culture of the Crimson Gilded Vestments. Armor ES, 85 armor ES, reduce maximum life, 48% reduced bleed duration on you. Life leech can overflow. Maximum life. What the fuck does overflow? Highlight overflow right now. Wait, what is that? Is it limited to your leech instance? Is it just saying it's overleech? Is that just overleech? What is that? It sounds like it could increase your HP pool, overflowing over your maximum life. No, life leech can overflow, which it's not saying it's just going to keep. It's not saying it's just a leech. It sounds like it's not. It sounds like it's better than overleech. Overflow sounds like when there's a dam and it's overflowing, right? It's like your life bar can extend. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like something completely different. Like beyond. It does. Someone in the chat. Some people in the chat saying it doesn't. People see, all you guys are all speculating. You're all just making shit up. We don't know what overflow is.
Gear that we can acquire.
That sounds weird, bro.
Super detailed look at basically every system in the game. Early access details, and yes, you can get access to this game starting at $30, which is absolutely insane to me. More on the new game plus type system related to replaying the campaign. You guys have got to also see how the actual map system works in the in-game. It's pretty cool. And also how this game is going to be starting out massive, but will also be doubling in size from early access until official launch.
And then we doubled it,
cool boss battles, classes, so much stuff. We're going to go ahead and see what Jonathan Rogers has to say. This is a very big presentation. By the way, a very special thank you goes out to Grinding Gear Games for their professionalism and providing me with all of this footage.
Wait, this is Giga Spoiler.
Full-blown presentation for you guys. And remember,
that looks
I have
crazy.
returned with my own recorded gameplay, so look out for that in the very near future. So yeah, here we go. This is super impressive.
What?
Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to go through the character classes that you can going to be playing in early access, and while we're doing that, we're going to explain the different ways that you have to develop your character. Now, as I said before, I like to keep things pretty casual. This isn't some kind of hyper-polished presentation. And Octavian, who's playing, is going to be using cheats and so on. So, you know, he might have to die and revive, but hopefully it goes okay. So we're going to start off with the monk. So the monk is a fast melee fighter. He cares a lot about momentum in combat. Now, he does a lot of damage, but he isn't necessarily that strong physically in terms of defenses. So you're going to want to stay back and go into and out of combat very quickly. Now, like all classes, the monk was going to want to mix and match a few different combos. And one of the things we really like to do with our skills is make sure that we've got a lot of things that can take advantage of different situations. In this particular case, Octavian is freezing monsters with this Wave of Frost, and then he's using Glacial Cascade to kill them if he hits the thing. If the end of the Glacial Cascade...
Octavian, get good, bro. What are you doing?
...hits the monster and it's frozen, then it will do a AoE damage and, do a lot of damage. Now, the monk also has a lot of combo skills. An example, so if you hit monsters using regular attacks, then you'll charge those skills up. An example of this is Tempest Bell. So here we're going to create a bell, and then if you hit the bell, it'll do damage around it. You can also add status ailments to the bell. So, for example, you could freeze it like he was doing there, which will add cold damage, but you could also set it on fire or shock it and this kind of thing. So that's sort of just like a really quick rundown of the kind of skills you can expect on the monk. But how do you get skills on the first place?
The last gameplay, bro.
Well, the answer to that is skill gems. So the way that you get...
Wait, so he's doing combos and he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 skills plus dodge roll. I mean, you're gonna want to. I'm gonna want to play on the claw, chat, aren't I? 4 skills plus dodge roll. That's 5 keys you need to get plus health potions. 6, 7. Yeah, you're gonna want to play in the gaming claw, aren't you, chat? He's playing Wast. Yes.
Skill gems are items that you can find in the world, and if you right-click on one, you can choose what skill you want to get. Now we're trying to keep the skill system.
It's not Wast. He was literally wasting.
So that is skill gems.
It's not Wast.
Kind of skills you can expect on the monk. But how do you get skills in the first place?
Wait, was it? Wait, what? Why is this character facing forward and he's walking backwards? Wait, what?
Well, the answer to that.
Wait, why is he facing
really
forward?
Quick rundown of the kind of skills you can expect on the.
Wait, what? Wait, maybe it isn't Wast. Wait, what the hell's going on? Why is it facing forward like that? Controller? No, he's got a mouse though. Out of combat? Is he doing a combo? Wait, he's got W bound, bro. Maybe he's doing Quast. Maybe he's doing the reverse. Could have reversed that. Yeah, but your character didn't do that. That's just a way quicker PoE 2.
Kind of thing. So that's sort of just like a really quick rundown of the kind of skills you can expect on the monk. But how do you?
So his character must be locked on. I guess his character's locked onto a mob or something. That looks so weird. So his character must be locked on.
Get skills in the first place. Well, the answer to that is skill gems. So the way that you get skill gems are items that you can find in the world, and if you right-click on one, you can choose what skill you want to get. Now we're trying to keep the skill system.
So collect the move is different, chat. Collect the move does some weird shit.
Some feeling as much as possible simple for new players. There's 2 things you can do here. You can either level up an existing skill or you can pick a new one, and that kind of interface is quite familiar.
I need to look at the abilities
today. We have added things like tutorial videos for every skill.
Frozen locusts will explode when attacked by you or your enemies.
But
wait, that's in the game? That's kind of weird. Wait, that's in the game. Is that do you think that's still in the game? That's kind of crazy. Wait, voiceover inside the game. Wait, what the hell? Is that cool? I'm getting random German in to change your VPN, Quinn. Are you getting red? Oh, wait, why would my... Let me turn my VPN off, bro. Let me just turn no VPN on. Off. Disconnect. Okay, disconnect my VPN. I don't see what... There's no way me being on a VPN would give you German ads, though. What?
But effectively, we just want to make sure we're keeping this simple as possible. Now, what you do once you've got a skill gem is put it into your skill screen, and once you've done that, you can bind it and use it. This particular skill is called Frozen Locust that creates a little ice ball there, and then you can detonate that with your Glacial Cascade if you want, since it counts as a frozen object. Or the monsters can attack it and explode it that way, or you could use it in front of a boss who's about to slam and explode it that way.
Ooh.
So that's a sort of basic rundown on how you get skills, but it's worth mentioning that you can also use skills across other classes as well. So what we saw there was just the skills for this one class. If we open up the screen again, you can see that the skills for the other classes are still available. If you have the stats to use them, you can use them just as well.
Now,
and then there's lots of different interesting combinations you can use across classes too.
So obviously people didn't like this screen, so they updated it. Because, yeah, I would rather just have one big-ass thing. Just sort of by colors, right? Wait, that's kind of crazy. Wait, how do you differentiate between colors now? That's actually weird. I didn't even notice that.
So that's just a quick rundown.
There's no filter for colors. There's no filter for colors. There's all gems, but there's no filter for colors. Yeah, like red, blue, green, right? No, still. Wait. No. Chat. The skill sockets. The gems still have colors, bro. The gems still have colors. Chat. You are unaware. The gems still have. They have attribute requirements. Idiots. Wait, didn't the Gemling guy? Wait, PoE 2, Gemling, Legion. Fuck. How do I find that? Gemling. How do I get to the? Didn't that literally specify the color of fucking gems? You fucking idiot. Oh man, it's not one guy, it was like half a fucking chat. Oh my god, he doesn't know, bro. He doesn't know. No, you don't know, bro. Guys, if you don't fucking know, bro, then fucking don't all type shit, bro. It triggers me so much, bro. Fuck, bro.
And what you can expect for the monk. Now we're going to move on to the sorceress. So the Sorceress is our primary elemental spellcaster. She's going to attack mostly from range. She has high damage but low survivability.
It wasn't one guy. I could scroll back and find 50 people all saying, "What are you doing? There's no gold on gems anymore." Please, Guys. Do I press across or something to get to the other ones? There is a literal fucking ascendancy that is based off the colors of fucking gems. Okay? Yes, you don't have to color the sockets, but the gems have colors. Okay? The gems have colors. The gems, yes, guess what? Supports and fucking skill gems! Bro, all the gems are gonna have fucking colors! When you want to search through, what supports you want, I want a filter. That's all I'm saying. I was like, interesting. Why is there no filter, bro? All right. Yeah. I'm going to try not to. I need to try not to get so triggered by it. It is genuinely it's a thing. It's a thing. I need to not. Okay, guys. Gems have colors. They're in PoE too. Yes, sockets are white. Yes, you don't need to worry about. You don't need to worry about colors per se in terms of like which ones they're socketing into. But they are still going to have attribute requirements, and they're still going to be themed around those attributes. So green gems are going to be dexterity-based supports. Blue gems are going to be int-based supports. Red gems are going to be strength-based. Do you understand how that works? That's how that's going to work. So when you're going to search, like, oh, I want to search the strength supports. I want to search the strength. You can now, which would be nice, because that's how I filter my gem searches. I instantly go, oh, I want a red gem. Oh, blue gem.
Suction.
Chad, I'm not watching an hour of this video, so this goes. This video is. I'm watching like the first 5 minutes of this video. Yes.
The area we're entering here is in Act 3 called the Forge. This is an area like an ancient Val forge where they were making various, forging various gold things. So she's using a combination of lightning and fire here. Once again, there's lots of interesting combos that we want to do, but one of the things that I'd really like to kind of show you to get a taste for one of the other character development areas we have in PoE 2 is support gems. So support gems are, in PoE 2, you get them by finding an uncut support. And when you open this by default, what you're going to see is just...
I'm literally having to ban people instead of focusing on the video. And I got to get back. And it's just banning betas. It's just like 5 guys making new accounts.
To kind of show you. So she's using a combination of lightning and fire here. Once again, there's lots of interesting combos that we want to do, but one of the things that I'd really like to kind of show you to get a taste for one of the other character development areas we have in PoE 2 is support gems. So support gems are, in PoE 2, you get them by finding an uncut support. And when you open this by default, what you're going to see is just a few recommendations. If you go through the different skills that you have on the left, there's different recommended skill gems for each skill that you have. So what we're trying to do is just make sure that for new players, it's very easy for them to pick something that's just going to work. In this case, what we might do for Spark is pick Pierce. The reason why that's good is because Spark is a skill that creates a lot of projectiles that run around the ground and then bounce off walls. If we're able to pierce through monsters, it means that they can bounce off a wall and potentially hit a monster again. So that can make it a lot more powerful when you are filling up areas with things like that. We're going to try and relight up the forge here in order to be able to get to the boss. So that's what Octavian's doing here. So one of the other things that we might want to pick is multiple projectiles for one of our skills. So for example, we've got Fireball. If you fire it without multiple projectiles, you get a single fireball that explodes. Throw multiple projectiles on there, and obviously it does what you might expect. You get multiple fireballs. So one of the things that's important is that you can actually move these skill gems, support gems around between skills. For example, if we took the multiple projectiles and instead we put it on, I don't know, this ice, I think you've got an ice skill somewhere, Frostbolt, then you'd be able to make that into multiple projectiles instead. So effectively, this is the way, another area of character progression that you can use in order to improve your characters in PoE. So you want to, I think there was another one as well, actually. Yeah, Firewall. Let's try Firewall. So Firewall is a skill that allows you to create a wall of fire. If you fire projectiles through that, it's going to add fire to the lightning projectiles that we fire through.
How many games journalists are at this meeting, mate?
Little combo there as well. But if we want, there's another skill, a support gem I think is quite interesting called Fortress. If you throw that on any skill that creates a wall, was that the one? Yep. Then when you cast it, it's going to make a circle, which you can either put...
Whoa! That's cool. Oh, shit. So wait, it's a support link just for wall skills that can create... Wait, that looks really abusive. That looks really abusive. Like wall, just do like frost wall around a boss and then use an attack that like bounces and just shotgun the fuck out of the boss. Yeah, it looks broken actually. Yeah, look at this. If you no, think about it, chat. You have abilities that like shotgun when they hit terrain, right? Okay. So you can create terrain that surrounds a boss and then just use the ability. It's gonna be fucking insane. Or anything that bounces and can hit multi-hit. This just looks like I'm just seeing a bunch of abuse cases with this. I'm seeing a bunch of abuse cases. Yeah, maybe it'll just die, but what if you don't die? What if you just build a tanky character? Like, it's an RPG, boys. You can still make tanky characters.
Or around the monster. So that means you can cast that and then fire in all directions afterwards. So, you know, it can add a little bit of power. It might be a little bit easier in this area as well when you've got tight quarters.
Yeah, it does look more convenient.
All right. Now, the next thing we're going to show is the warrior. So the warrior is our kind of big tanky melee class. Unlike the monk, he's a lot slower, but he hits a lot harder.
I'm probably going to be this guy, let's be honest. I'm probably going to be Titan gaming it up. I'm either going to be him or I'm going to be monk.
He's just going to change to WSD, which works with
Or, wait, am I going to, okay, him or maybe monk? I'm maybe going to do the blood check. The Gemling Legionnaire looks kind of cool. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I need to see more. I need to see the skills, and I need to see the gem qualities, and I need to see more stuff. Obviously, if we don't get that, which would be cool if we don't get that, right? I'm gonna just be going off on whatever information is public. Depending, if there's a bunch of shit, I hope they don't do a big drop. I hope they don't do a big drop. It would be cool if they don't do a big drop, and I'll just raw dog, right? I'll just raw dog. But, you know, if we do know a bunch of stuff about the skills, because I've got PoEDB, I haven't looked at it yet. We have this, you know, based on this, I feel like this is going to allow me to choose a lot better. Like, we got all this shit that I have to look at. I need to look at all these. Because this, like, if I see a skill, like, I already saw Sunder look like an insane build. I could already see an insane build with Sunder just waiting to go. You know. Holy. Yo, I am doing the box. We opened the box. Chat, I'm not watching this whole video. This is this thing. It takes like 2 seconds.
This class. Right, so here's the warrior. Now, at the moment, he's using a two-hand weapon, so he's going to be hitting very slow, but very hard. But there's also something else you can do as well in PoE 2, which we didn't have in PoE 1, which is that if you switch to a shield and a one-hand item, then you've also got active block. So this is something that actually comes in handy. It's not so useful for just regular trash monsters.
Wait, did he have to like press a button for that, or did he just press right click?
Do as well.
We can't see it. We can't see it. I hope that active block can. I'm really hoping that you can just press active block and it switches for you. If you have to like press a button then press active block, that's going to be pissing. I can see it's on right click, but you can't see the button press.
PoE 2, which we didn't have in PoE 1, which is that if you switch to a shield and a one-hand item, then you've also got active.
I hope he just presses right click, because that'd be super cringe if you have to like switch. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can switch. I got the gaming club, bro, but you know, I hope it's just switch.
Block. So this is something that actually comes in handy. It's not so useful for just regular trash monsters unless they've got some special ability, but it can be quite nice against bosses. So let's have a quick look at that.
Bro, it's Bajira.
So this is a big boss here, and the thing with bosses, they have large telegraphed attacks. So if you use active block here, you can use that to avoid all damage from the front, which is quite nice.
There
are attacks that have a little red flash that you can't block, but for the most part you can.
Yo, you guys gonna call me a block cuck if I just do hardcore active blocking? It's not being a block cuck though. It's like an entire different medium. It's an entire different medium of gaming. Like, this is an entirely new feature. Like, it adds depth entirely to the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is this. It's like, this is one of the biggest features of PoE 2, for example. This is like something that is just not possible in PoE 1. You can't do it. This is like, it requires the new engine and all the new shit. And to not do it just because like blocking is cringe or whatever, it would be dumb, right? Like, that'd be dumb, wouldn't it? Quin's shield by Act 3. What is this? I'm tired, boss. I can't see what you replied to. I'm very likely going to be a block cuck. Well, when I say block cuck, not being a block cuck, it's called being a PoE 2 enjoyer. Right? I think as long as blocking isn't overpowered, it's fine. Obviously, if blocking is somehow OP, which I don't... Knowing GGG, there's no way it's going to be overpowered. I think that it'll be like super strong versus some things, but other things it's going to be completely useless. And if anything, it's going to be a crutch, and it's going to make you worse at other things at the game, and then you're going to be worse at rolling, for example, because you're just too used to blocking whenever you should. Because in Elden Ring and in Dark Souls, for example, blocking is great, but then you get to a point where you can't block, and then you just get fucking destroyed. Or it's just OP the whole way through, and you just beat the entire game blocking, right? Which is why I ended up having to ban blocking in Elden Halls. But I don't think GGG are that stupid. If they'll understand if everyone can just block through everything, then everyone will just block, and then they'll just cheese the whole game, which would be dumb. So I'm guessing that they've got tons of things that fuck blocks over, right? Minions plus block cuck equal OP. Oh my god, bro! Wait, true. Wait, imagine being a minion cuck holding down block the entire time. Oh my god. You're not Shadowban, Gleason. I'm reading your message right now. Wait, that's so gonna be stupid. That's gonna be same with a turret. Wait, what the fuck? Nah, I'm thinking that active block will be directly linked to like strength, and you can only do it with high strength. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that you not like. I think that the casters. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and guess. Yeah, I think what will happen is that there's no way. Because think about it. There's like they need more opportunity cost. If you can just be a block cuck with no investment, that's going to be stupid, and everyone's going to do it, especially minion builds and a bunch of other. I think that blocking with the shield in real life requires immense physical strength. You can't be a little soy boy beta. So then naturally, think about it. It's going to have a high strength requirement, and it's going to scale with strength. Yeah, well, you could pick strength nodes on a witch if you want, but then you're going to screw yourself over for like that. You're going to ruin your minion build. Whereas a strength user will get more sort of strength. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. I think there'll just be nodes on the tree that naturally, if you want to be a block cuck, you have to invest into. And I think blocking without the investment will just be mid. It's not tied to strength, though. Let me think about this guy. I think that you're going to require investment on the tree for it to be good. And you won't be able to be minions and full block, is my guess. I mean, don't worry, I haven't even seen the tree, but that's my prediction. Because it would just be stupid. If a witch minion build had the same strength of blocking as a full-on Juggernaut Marauder, that'd be a failure in game design, wouldn't it? That would. It would be. It'd be a failure in game design. It would. It'd be stupid. If a Juggernaut, if a giant, big-ass, meaty cunt with huge armor and a big-ass tower shield blocks the same as some soy boy, full-on magic user, spirit shield, fucking, oh, I'm a little witch, oh, I'm summoning minions, oh, minion summon, oh, I'm stacking spirit, minion summon. If she can block the same as a complete Giga Chad, there's no way. I'm thinking that it'll be something to do with, like, armor scaling, strength scaling, block investment, maybe you have to do one-handed shield nodes. I'm thinking there'll be something that makes it so they can't. Because that'll be like, do you know what this reminds me of? Ranged cucks, right? Taking advantages of melee mechanics to make them self-OP when they're not even melee. Which is, for example, whenever ranged people used to be able to just proc free Fortify with Vigilant Strike with no investment into melee, whenever Fortify was designed, because melee is more dangerous. You're next to the monster. You're getting hit by more mechanics. They need to be more durable. Then, what's the benefit? So then they actually buff melee a bit by giving them a thing called Fortify. So blocking is designed to help melee characters. If ranged characters can abuse the shit out of block, that's going to be bad for everyone. And it's going to be bad game design. There is no way you're going to have minion cucks have the same kind of blocking potential as a full-on melee Giga Chad, like Marauder archetype. There's just no way. There's no way.
I need more time.
No way. I just don't see it. What is that debuff? What is this? 968. What's that? It's an impale of some sort, I think.
Suction.
Look at that damage number. That's nuts to think of that damage number for the boss mobs HP bar. So you can actually calculate your DPS to your bleed, for example. And you could like debuff them and confirm if the debuff's working. Do you know what? That number right there, above at the top right, that you can barely see because of the fucking title of the video there, that is going to troubleshoot so many bugs, and it's going to fix so much. Like, GGG are going to get so much more reports of bugs with this, because there's going to be a way to scientifically prove whether or not something's working instead of just vibing it out. And it's going to expose hundreds of broken support gems and broken items that are just not functioning, because you're going to have to literally go frame by frame and look at it and calculate your exact DPS, and you'll be able to, so this is like a training dummy, effectively. You've got a training dummy in the game, because you can go to any boss, bleed it, put a debuff on them, bleed it without debuff, look at the numbers, and you can, you can figure it out. No. Like, that number's big. The number's big, bro. Big.
Now, one of the key areas that we haven't talked about yet in Path of Exile in terms of character customization is, of course, the passive tree. So Path of Exile is really well known for having a giant passive tree. There's 1,500 nodes in the passive tree, and all the classes use the same tree. However, they start on different locations. So the warrior, for example, starts on the bottom left side here, and because of the fact he starts there, he gets access to a lot more of the melee-focused elements on the tree. Now, to quickly explain how the passive tree works, there are a few different types of nodes here.
Dude, what the hell? The duelist area, bro. Look at this thing. What the fuck? It's got like X. What is this? Is that like, that looks like two-handed mastery and dual-wheel mastery. It's a weird design. Interesting. It's super weird. Man, it's so weird. It's going to be weird getting used to this new map. There's Resolute Technique over there. I always want to look at it. I wonder how much we can identify, because there's going to be so much overlap with PoE 1, right? Like, clearly that's just Resolute Technique. Clearly.
Smallest nodes.
Sound Life Wheel spotted? Wait, there is no Sound Life Wheel. Sound Life Wheel has been taken out.
Are just like minor nodes, and they'll give very simple increases. Like, for example, you've just got melee damage here and that kind of thing. But the thing you're probably going to want to go for are called notables. Notables are the very slightly larger nodes, and they have much more interesting effects.
20% more damage against heavy stunned enemies with maces. 20% multiplicative damage. Damn, what the hell? That's fucking strong, bro.
They're often going to depend a little bit on what kind of build you're doing. For example, this one here is 20% more damage against heavy stunned enemies with maces.
Hell?
This is something you're obviously only going to care about if you're heavy stunning enemies a lot, and of course using maces. So a lot these notables are the things.
Wait, Chad,
really
do you reckon they're going to drop the skill tree before the fuck? Do you reckon they're going to drop the skill tree data before PoE 2 comes out? Do we want it? I don't think we want it, right? It'd be cooler to not have it. I think it's cooler to not have it. But then there's a bunch of leaks that already have something, right?
Define your character, and the list of notables is really when it comes to making build guides and things. Is this is what really matters.
But Jared's
and in PoE 2 have really tried to push the fact that notables are a lot more interesting. So there's a lot more stuff going on with them. But as well as notables, there's also other big nodes on the tree called keystones. And keystones are unique because they have both upsides and downsides.
Is this one going to be? Is this going to be the
example
Giant's?
One right here is called Giant's Blood.
Yeah, so
it says you can wield two-hand axes, maces, and swords in one hand, but you get double attribute requirements of weapons. So effectively, if you want to use a giant two-hand sword, but you still want to use a shield, you've got a way to do that. You just have to meet the attribute requirements to do it, which could be tricky for in-game bases.
That's actually going to be nuts for bleeding, now I think about it. Because you can do like Sunder dual wield combined damage, like for the ultimate one-shots. Oh my god, that's actually kind of nuts. Wait, that's actually kind of nuts. That's like the new meta for bleeds, right? It's using a combined attack with two super giga slow weapons. Oh my god, bro.
There's also other keystones, a few examples from other classes. There's one here that is, from PoE 1.
Yeah.
Maximum life becomes 1, but you're immune to chaos damage. Since chaos damage does double damage to energy shield, this is something that you might want to use. Once you've got that, you don't have to worry about chaos damage anymore. You just need to build for energy shield and not life. Or another example of one that's been modified from PoE 1 is Mind Over Matter. All damage is taken from mana before life.
So they knew this. They knew this. These motherfuckers at that thing had already seen Mom for the longest time. These motherfuckers, bro. They were here and they watched it, bro. They knew about this. Oh my god, bro.
But you have 50% less mana recovery rate. If you're going to build for this, it means you don't have to worry about life once again, but you will have to build a huge amount of mana pool in order to sustain that. So these are the kind of things.
This is all that. This is what all the guys who flew out to LA got to see. We didn't see this.
From keystones that, as I said, have upsides and downsides and interesting trade-offs. Now, there is one other mechanic as well
that
I want to quickly talk about. So if you go back to the character and just have a look, Octavian was manually switching between, if you go back to the character and see, so Octavian was manually switching between one-hand and two-handed weapon sets. He was just pushing X to do that. When he's using both sets, there are things on the passive tree that you might want to be able to use for one or the other.
Wait, he's
so
pressing
another unique feature for PoE 2 on the passive tree is the ability to split passives in two in order to allocate one for one set and another set for the other. So if we allocate ones in red here, these passives will only be used when you've got a two-hand weapon. And if you allocate passives in green using the other one here, these passives will only be allocated when you're holding the other weapon set, when he's using his one hand.
Ah, so they're designing it. That's why all those wheels look fucking weird and why they're like next to each other with like that. So they're designing it specifically for the... So the tree has this in mind. They're giving you like two different things that are very close to each other where you could switch between them.
Weapon. So effectively, if he presses the weapon swap button now, it'll switch from one set to the other. So that means that he can effectively dynamically adjust his passives based on what weapon sets he wants to use. But the other thing as well is in order to make it a lot easier for you to be able to use different passives in your, different passives and different weapons for different skills, we also have the ability to pick for a given...
Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Whoa. What the hell? Oh, man, I want to see what happens. Wait, I don't get it. So in the playthrough where they had this shit, when they were able to play the game, people would have highlighted over this. What happens when you highlight over this? What happens when you highlight? What happens when you highlight over the keywords? Is it just, did they just not put it? They show it?
Skill, which
they show
weapon set you want to use it with. So for example, the Stampede skill here, if you've got a shield, then when you use the skill, it will be blocking the entire time, if you just demonstrate that quickly. So if you use a Stampede, because you hold your shield in front of you, you're blocking the entire time you're charging.
What?
And using the one-hand weapon will also be a lot faster because it's got higher attack speed. So that's something we'd much rather use with our one-hand weapon. But when, for example, we're doing our Earthquake or our Double Slam, this is something that we probably only want to use with our two-hand weapon because we want to do the most damage. So that means we can turn it off with the other weapon set. And now when you use your two-hand, now when you use that, it'll switch to your two-hand weapon automatically. So effectively, this allows you to have multiple weapon sets and do a lot of different things. It's also very good for, for example, on the Sorceress earlier, she was using lightning and fire. She can have two different staffs, one that's geared for one that's geared for the other, as well as spec her passive tree out as well. So that's another character development feature that we have in PoE 2. Next up, we want to talk about the Ranger.
They're going to show it, right?
So the Ranger is our primary bow cast, bow user. And she's all about range and mobility. So one of the first things we did when we were developing the Ranger is we wanted to make sure that everything you do can be done while moving. So this just makes the game feel a lot more fluid. So she's just a lot more mobile even from that. But she also has a lot of vaulting skills that allow her to jump up. For example, there's one there that freezes monsters. She jumps up and she can jump over monsters and freeze them. So this kind of thing allows you to, as I said, feel a lot more mobile in combat. Make sure you can get away from the monsters, which you need to do since, she isn't necessarily the most tanky character.
I think the only time that jump back's going to feel good is in giant open maps which have no terrain. That's when it's... And then you're going to be like, hell yeah, bro, log in. But that's going to be like minority of maps, right?
Now, one of the things you
might... that on dunes, for example. If you're on dunes... If you're in the dunes, then you can just spam it and just jump away forever.
I've noticed if you're a PoE 1 player is the bottom left of the screen there. There's only two flasks, just a life and a mana flask.
Classic.
We've actually changed how the flask system works in PoE 2 very recently. Now you get one life and one mana flask, and that's all. And the reason
they knew, bro. They knew all this shit. How much stuff did these guys know, bro?
We actually did that as we found that there was a problem in PoE 1 called
Chat,
flask.
this isn't going for 1 hour and 30 minutes, right? Is it? Wait, is it?
Piano, where everyone was just sitting there pressing 1, 2, 3, 5 constantly, flasking.
Wait, did he just re-upload their entire video? So he just comes on. This is just a re-upload of their video.
The thing is,
I like it. So
we've actually
I'm watching it.
Flasks significantly, so that each flask has a lot more charges. But you only
I just want plus very much.
Now, one of the main things that people were doing in PoE 1 when they were using flasks is they had they were using other flask slots for mostly things that were making them resistant to various element types and so on. And so we wanted to have a system to allow that to still be the case and still have interesting character customization there. So we've added a new type of item called charms. charms charge up using flash charges, so as you kill monsters, but they automatically trigger in order to grant you immunity to certain
Fake
things
reacts.
at the point
Okay, I didn't know about this. Okay, every single one of those guys who went to the fucking every single one of the guys who went to these events, which is like pretty much everyone else, anyone living in NA went to it, right? Oh my god!
So, for example, here, this is used.
That
when you
announcement
become
wouldn't mean that
ignited,
pog for them, would
and
it?
grants immunity to ignite. So, if you're having trouble with fire damage, then you can throw that on there. If you get ignited, it'll automatically quench you.
50 out of 100
and then it will charge up again from killing monsters.
Frozen.
Now, there are lots of different charms that have different abilities. They trigger on different things.
I was invited to go, Chad. I just chose not to go. Okay. Anyone who's saying otherwise is retarded. I was invited to go. Chat. They sent me a fucking box, homie. Okay, I just haven't gotten into the box yet, but they sent me a box.
Get you.
I am not a brand risk. Okay. I think they don't want to have me linked directly to their shit necessarily, because they think of me as a liability, but they do like me. Okay, GGG likes me. All right. GGG likes me. Okay, they like me.
They make you resistant to different things, and they can also get mods, from crafting and so on. So you can.
I've talked to all the main devs.
Part of your build. But the point is, they're always automatic. You don't have to manually trigger them, so it kind of solves that problem of having to manually use flasks constantly.
Oh, big fans.
You get the ability to use more charms by getting higher level belts.
Some don't even know who the fuck I am.
This is relatively lower level, so you've only got one charm slot there. As you get higher level belts, you get more slots up to 3, and there might even be some uniques that lead to more charms later on as well, of course. Now, one of the other things that we wanted to upgrade as well is that we found, so in PoE 2, there's a huge amount of encounters and bosses. There are actually 50 bosses in early access. There's going to be 100 in the final game. One of the things we've changed is we've upgraded.
This must have been under an embargo, and he's just released it because the embargo's ended, right? That's obviously what's happened. Or he's just completely doxing everything, their full thing, and he's not allowed to.
Map to actually allow you to see all of those on the map. So if you
it must have been embargoed.
You can see that there's a bunch of bosses and random encounters around the area. Near to where Octavian is right now, you can see that there's a boss called Silver Black Fist, and that means that in this area there's something to find a boss to.
But now we know that they will tell you.
Yeah, as I said, the bosses often have things that you can use to increase your character.
Wait, I want to see how that works again. I'm retarded.
And that means
we go back. So that if there's an icon next to a waypoint, that means there's a guy there. So you don't click on that. You click on the waypoint, and that's where the thing is. But wait, what's this one next to?
In this area right now, you can.
What's that one next to? I don't get it. Has that one got 2 P? Is there 2 at 1? Is that saying there's 2 at 1? Why is there a second one that's nowhere near that? What's this loot bag? It highlights. It'll highlight? Wait, because what's that connected to? I mean, I'm guessing it's optional content, right? So that one's got a little plus emoji. I really, 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 please, GGG, tell me that it, like, gives me a little tick box or something. Like, I hope it's built into the UI so you can just easily at a glance know, oh, I'm missing one. Right? I hope they don't make it super vague and you're like, wait, did I do it or did I not do it? Because I am retarded and I am going to forget, bro. I'm going to forget. Straight facts.
On the map. So if you zoom in a little bit there, you can see that there's a bunch of bosses and random encounters around the area. Near to where Octavian is right now, you can see that there's a boss called Silver Black Fist.
So when you highlight over the thing, it puts lines to the node that it is.
And that means that in this area, there's something to find, a boss to encounter. So as I said, the bosses often have things that you can use to increase your character power as well. So it's important to kill them.
Whoa, wait. Is this new leaks? New leaks? What is this, a leak or legit? Equip a chest which has 20 inventory slots. Wait, what? Thing is, that's OP for, like, farming, but, like, would you really want to spec into it? I would never want to spec into something that doesn't give me direct power for bosses. Right? I would never. I don't like that, actually. I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan of this because it's like, wait, you lose, so you gain giga quality of life, but you lose power. I hate that choice. It's not. Who cares? It's fake. What do you mean it's fake? Armor from this doesn't look fake. It looks legit to me. Armor from equipped body. So wait, jugged node. Double body armor scaling? I wonder what the body armor values are like, though. It all depends. Is the body armor like 3 times as good as a hat or 4 times? How good is body armor in PoE 2? We don't know. To see the values. Every second slam skill you use is ancestrally boosted. Ah. Wait. Well, the good news... Well, it depends on the good news. It depends. Well, I'm thinking about all Sinister skills were kind of shit before because you would like half of them wouldn't work with certain support links. I hope that they don't have the same ancestrally boost bug that they do in PoE 1, where the ancestral boosted shit doesn't scale with like half the shit, which makes it like way worse. This is, I mean, dude, this is good though. This is very potent. Wait, 50%. So you could technically, chat, what you could do is this. You could have 2 weapon sets, right? 2 really, really, really fast weapons. And then 2 really slow ones, or 1 really slow one, right? And then what you could do is, you could do this. Use the really quick slam, bang. With the dual wield, instant cast it. And then do your Giga slow one with the boost. Fast one, slow one, fast one, slow one, fast one, slow one. You could just go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And you could get insane value out of this talent. Insane value. 20% more maximum life. I mean, okay. Again, these synergy points are very succinct now, aren't they? They're just like 20% more life. The serious lineage. Shit, he's got the vitality. Yeah, load life wheel. I mean, 20% multiplicative EHP, bro. That's pretty potent. So you're a life build, your character's just 20% tankier across the board. And if there's anything that scales off life values, then boom, you're scaling that just that much harder. Okay. And wait, this is not on the totem guy, right? This is on the other guy? Titan, wait, the totem guy is called some other guy. The Titan, this is not, well, this is on the Titan, this is on the totem guy. I don't remember which ones they're called. This is the totem one, and there's a non-totem one. This is a non-totem one, right? Yeah, I like Titan. Titan's my favorite. This is fucking stupid, bro. What the fuck is this? I mean, maybe for farming it could be good. Maybe if you're just farming white maps or something, just unspec real quick. Right, I mean, if you've got a bunch of gold and you're doing low-tier maps for some reason, you're doing like a low-tier map farming strategy for Essence or something, I don't know. You could just slap that bitch on, take more stuff out. More nodes. Oh my god, bro. More nodes, bro. More nodes. New Atlas Point. Swamp water biome maps have 40% increased chance to drop basic currency. Mountain biome maps have 40% increased chance to drop gold. Forest biomes have 40% increased chance to drop jewels. Desert biomes 40%. Oh wow, look at this. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Biomes. It's weird, the biomes. I mean, you get the biomes. That's kind of cool. It's like a sub. So you've got like a biome, which is like the overall category of what the map's in, and then you've got sub biomes, right, which will be more specific within. So then you got your maps within your sub biome. No, Lily's taller than me. No, I was referring to. I was referring to. Stop becoming an Alx build, stupid clown. Non-Quinator 85. Okay, if this is a banny bed, I'm just gonna ban you. We like copying build. The game's not even out. The skill tree's not even announced. I haven't even seen half the abilities in the game. I don't even know what Ascendancy I'm playing, dude. Like, what are you doing? Like Titan's looking very potent though. Titan's looking chat. I mean, I am kind of a Jug main, and Titan's looking kind of like Jug, but I'm not logged in on Titan. Titan right now is the one I'm gravitating towards the most. I'm definitely gravitating towards Titan. It seems like a clear cut. He's a raw dog, not some totem cut guy. Just raw dog, ethical melee dude. Girthy, big damn, right? I like that. I like girthy, big damn. I like that. I don't like relying on pets. I don't like relying on totems. I don't like doing spells. You know, I like to, somewhere in between. Now, I don't mind doing hybrids, like hybrid spells. They'll be cool. If I could cast some magic and shit to heal me and stuff, maybe if the pacing of the game's slower, maybe it's going to be, you can even do heal over time spells and stuff. That'd be fucking sick. If I can make some sort of paladin juggernaut thing. Yeah, damage. We're gonna be able to look.
This thing is strong.
We can do health bars over player, right? Have we ever seen that, by the way, Chad? A health bar over the player? Have they showed off that feature yet? They have? So that's in. Okay, good.
Give me, great creature.
So as you can see, he dropped a Book of Specialization there. And this is one of the items that allows you to do the split passive points in the passive tree, but it also gives you more passive points as well. So it's something that you're going to definitely want to find. Now, there are other bosses around the game that have different bonuses and so on, so it's definitely a good idea to explore all the encounters throughout the game and find all of those things. So next, we're going to talk about the Witch. And while we're showing the Witch, it's also a good time to talk about one of the other character progression systems in Path of Exile 2, which is Spirit. So the Witch is a primary summoner, but she also has a range of other supporting skills. But the thing we want to show you first is just the fact that she often, and in fact all the classes use a resource called Spirit. So there's a new type of skill gem, an Uncut Spirit gem, which you can use here, and that'll give you a bunch of these, another skill screen with a bunch more abilities. What these ones are is for giving you things...
Oh shit, Grim Feast. Feeds on corpses to bolster your energy shield. While active, enemies and minions that die in your presence will drop Grim Remnants. Picking up a Grim Remnant grants you ES and can overflow with your energy shield. Overflow. So wait, these motherfuckers know what the fuck overflow is, and they just ain't been telling us. They have like NDA information. These motherfuckers know what overflow. It's in their playtest that they were able to play. They already know what overflow is. I don't even know what they've never told us what overflow is. But these guys, these motherfucking wait, every NDA better than more than this is some BS, bro. They need to tell us. Release the info. Release the info. The NDA, bro. What the hell? Oh my god, bro. They pretty much saw the entire announcement before the announcement. Let's be real. I mean, shit, bro. I mean, what the hell? Okay, overflow. I mean, that sounds... I want to know the details of this. Is it like 10% over max HP or something? 20% over max HP? Maybe it's like a threshold, overflow threshold, perhaps? How's that going to work? How's this going to work?
So they're kind of somewhere halfway between a passive bonus and an active one.
Wait, Quin Reacts and can overflow your energy yield. Up to double its normal... Wait, what the hell? If you could just keep reading the rest of the line. It can overflow to double the maximum. Wait, double the max ES. Wait, so you get ES overflow and you can just double your ES? All you have to do is sustain it, which is obviously possible. What the fuck?
This one here called Grim Feast feeds on corpses to bolster your energy shield. But we've got lots of these for all classes. All classes can use them. For example, on Sorceress, here you've got Arctic Armor. There's one here called Raging Spirits, which means that every time you use a fire skill, it summons a Raging Spirit. So you can...
Oh, I mean, read the list. While active fire spells also summon Raging Spirits, which are short-lived flaming skills that rush nearby enemies and rapidly attack them. And it's not deal damage to these minions. Yeah, cast them. Minions from the skill convert 70% physical to fire damage. Limit to 10 summon Raging Spirits. Fire area spell summon a spirit per 1.5 meters of radius. Oh, so the more AoE you have, the more spirits they spawn? Huh. Projectiles from fire spells summon a spirit on hand. What if you do a radius fire spell that also has projectiles? You just instantly cap. I mean, I suppose you're just going to cap to 10 regardless, aren't you? Maximum 6 per spell class. Okay, so people are gonna get 6. They're gonna hit that cap instantly, aren't they?
Like, as I said, it's somewhere between...
They probably thought the SRS gameplay of like just standing there and just spamming one key is dumb, and they're like, well, let's just like combine Phantasm and Raging Spirits into one thing. That way, it's a strong ability and it's cool. I wonder if they're gonna have 70% base conversion to fire. I wonder if they're gonna have fire poison. Or are they trying to kill off? They don't want it to be too OP. Maybe we're going to have a fire poison unique.
Between like an active and a passive. But for the minion characters in particular, they're going to want to get a lot of spirit because all minions are paid for with the same resource.
Whoa.
Because all
Ghost Dance? Hero of Ash, Hero of Thunder, Mana Remnants, Magna Variation, Wind Dancer. Combat Frenzy. What the fuck's that, bro? Divine Spanner? Okay. Overwhelming Presence. Oh my god. Herald of the Plague, bro. Herald of Plague. I hope that's Plague Bearer. I really hope Plague Bearer is gated behind Spirit Cost. I've been saying they need to do that all of PoE1. Every time, I mean, you guys, who's heard me yap about how pissed off I am about Plague Bearer? Who's heard me? Who's heard me? I complain. Oh, Plague Bearer's right there. GG. They're doing something in PoE2 that they should have done in PoE1 a long time ago. Plague Bearer should have had cost behind it. It had no cost behind it. It was then for mandatory and shoehorned. It was the only D4 thing they'd ever done in PoE. Was create like a guaranteed, you have to use this. Oh my god, I hated using Plague Bearer. I would have bitched about Plague. This is so good. So the reason why I'm happy, by the way, if you're like, wait, why is he happy they put a cost behind Plague Bearer? It's because there was no cost behind Plague Bearer in PoE1. There is no cost. So then, therefore, any build that uses poison has to use Plague Bearer. Otherwise, you're retarded. You're just an idiot. And I hate Plague Bearer. But I'm an idiot if I don't use it. So then I'm forced into this shit ability. I'm forced into this shit ability. So now you put it behind like 10 Spirit or something, right? Well, guess what? I get to save 10 Spirit by not using it. I have an argument as to not why I don't want to use it, right? GG. GG. WGGG, boys.
All minions are paid for.
WGGG. Oh my god, what was that one? What was that?
They're going to want to get a lot of Spirit because all minions are paid for.
Well, no. Okay. Shards given to elemental conflicts. Cast on dodge, bro. Cast on dodge. What the hell? Attrition. What are all these abilities, bro?
With the same resource. So what we're going to do here is in order to use Spirit, effectively what you do is you go to the skill screen, and if you've got minions there, you can just click the little plus button, get some extra minions, and there you go. Now, these are permanent minions, which means that if they die, they're going to respawn again automatically. You don't have to spawn them constantly. And that means that...
Wait, Herald of Plague is Poison Prolif. It's in PoE2 DB. Really? Poison Prolif. Wait. I thought GGG would... Wait, that doesn't make sense why they would allow you to do that. I thought the whole thing was GGG wanted the Ascendancy flavor to feel super unique and super like, you can only do this thing if you pick this Ascendancy. Taking Poison Prolif away from Pathfinder is kind of crazy because I feel like that's kind of like the identity of Pathfinder. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a huge fan of Pathfinder, but I am a huge fan of Poison Prolif. So that's a W for me because I love Poison Prolif, but I hate Pathfinder. But I always end up getting forced to play Pathfinder because of the fact she's got Poison Prolif. But them taking Poison Prolif from Pathfinder and putting it into a fucking aura is kind of insane. That's like putting the entire Ascendancy into an aura, which is kind of yeah. Yeah, true. Pathfinder's identity is flasks, but you'd think they would just give it something else instead of Poison Prolif. If you could just use it as a reservation skill, why even have Poison Prolif as give it something else.
During boss fights and things
Give
like
it something
that,
else.
It makes it a lot easier. You don't have to worry about
Give some
having
flash shit,
corpses
whatever.
every time, that kind of thing. But we also do want to support large minion armies, and because of that, we also have minion skills that you can summon from corpses as well. So all these little scorpions here, those are summoned from corpses. While you're clearing, you'll get large armies. During boss fights, it'll be a little bit more focused using the minions, your permanent minions for the most part. Now, he's also got some other supporting skills, a lot of things...
I must admit, permanent minion... One of the worst things about minion builds is your minions dying in a boss fight, and the automatic resummon of your own minions, the permanent ones, it sounds like it's going to fix that, providing that they have some amount of survivability. It sounds like you're just going to be like, you're just going to run around in circles, and then the boss is going to die, right? Like that sounds like what minion build in PoE2 is going to be.
Focusing on
Could be
chaos
wrong.
damage. So he's got a skill called Contagion that'll spread between monsters and other things
guy's
like
one-man
Essence Drain
spamming.
and so on, like just a few other chaos damaging skills.
No.
Now, the other thing with minions is that all the permanent minions come with extra abilities that you can trigger manually. So you see those little markers on your minions. You can use those to explode your minions. So that's the Arsonists. It's their ability. They'll throw a little bomb and explode your minion. There's also other ones. For example, the snipers have the ability to
I was
create
wondering why
gas
they were all
clouds.
glowing. I was like, why are they all glowing? But okay, so that's a gameplay mechanic.
The more minions you have, the more...
Have you noticed that I'm putting a lot more gameplay mechanics into the game? Like they've seen multiple, like these guys have like ES globes. The blood one has blood globes. The monk has power charge, like hover on the enemies. These guys have like explode on their. They're doing a lot of like. They're trying to make gameplay more engaging, right? That's what I'm saying, because they're putting a lot more like skill / gameplay instead of like, oh, this is a skill, it's a circle. They're doing a lot of like weird shit like that.
Often you can use those abilities.
Well, they want you to alter how you're playing the game based on what you're seeing, like massively. It is like a D4. I think that it's inspired by D4. I'm not even kidding. This to me shouts D4. It yells D4. Like this is D4. Like straight up the health globe thing. That you can't tell me that fucking the chick who like shoot by default passively health globes start spawning everywhere. That is straight up D3. That is straight up D3. Straight up. Okay, we actually just go ahead and. Do I perma these guys? I keep not permering. Why am I not permering? Nah, let's perma them. Honestly, let's perma these guys. Like, fuck off, bro. No, it's literally. I'm not even kidding. I think they got inspired by D4 and D3. Like, by a lot of these mechanics. These are straight up D4. Like, the active commands on pets, this is all stuff that D4 pioneered. And D3.
So effectively, it means that each minion also effectively serves as an extra skill as well.
They was not in PoE. It's never been in PoE. This is... Oh. Holy.
That's a quick introduction to the witch. But now we're going to show off the mercenary.
That
oh,
pause.
actually, wait, no, we did miss something. Sorry about that.
Oh,
right, so just one
Tobian!
other quick thing I wanted to show you as well.
Where does he
is that,
respawn?
The witch has a lot of other summoning options, even beyond just the ones that we've picked.
Whoa!
She also has
Whoa!
things called...
Whoa, he respawned in the zone. Is that actually how it's going to be? I don't think that's how it's going to be. That's how they said it was going to be way back, and then they said, nah, actually, you go back to town. But just now, it was back in the zone. I would love it if you can't log out. And you log back in, and you just log back in the exact same spot and position you were before. That's what I've been saying they should do for the longest time. I would love this. But I don't know if that's the case. I'm pretty sure this is like some dev offline build thing. Yeah, they said back to checkpoint in the video, didn't they? They said if you were to log out, you would get back to the checkpoint, which sounds like you can get out. Wait, where was he? Let's go back. He was here. Let's see.
That's a quick introduction to the witch. But now we're going to show off the mercenary.
Okay, there's like a... Okay, I'm going to hold my mouse. Okay, that's the top right button of a triangle shelter. Oh, there. Okay,
oh, actually, wait,
mouse.
no, we did miss
Don't move
something.
mouse.
Sorry about that. Right, so just one other quick thing I wanted to show you as well is that the witch has a lot of other summoning options, even beyond just the ones that we
He
picked.
moved like a frame. He moved a little bit. He moved a little bit. He moved a little bit. Wasn't the exact same spot, was it? Wasn't the exact same spot. He did move. It moved by like I don't know, half a step. And okay. So I don't know. I feel like they're just gonna teleport you back to a checkpoint now because that's what they said. I'm meaning that they're doing that. They're sending what's happening is they're developing the game actively and they're changing it a lot. So originally they said, yeah, you log out. When you log back in, you're in the exact same position. Then they said, you log out, you log back into town. Then they said, you log out, you log back into the checkpoint. So, but now I'm watching it, and it's logging back into the same position. So I don't know what the case is now. I don't know what the case is.
Because she also has things called specters.
Okay.
So basically, anytime you kill a monster on the ground, it can be turned into a specter. We've actually created one here from Act 1 called a Cultist Archer. They cost quite a bit of spirit, so we're going to unsummon a couple of the Arsonists and put this Cultist Archer in. Now, the nice thing is that because lots of monsters in Path of Exile have different interesting abilities, all those abilities can be used
Gazzy TV's cooming right now. He's cooming, bro.
by the summoner as well. So this one has the ability to summon these...
I wanted a poke. I'm just gonna say I wanted a Pokédex. I'm still asking for it. Even though PO2 is not, I'm still asking for a Pokédex. I want to go around and you capture each monster in a gym, and then it adds to it like a book. What do you call those things? Like a apothecary? Not like an apothecary. Like a compendium. Like a compendium of monsters, and then you can suck that essence out of the book. Yeah, like a bestiary. Yeah. That's what I want. I want like a PoE grim dark infested titty monster with pus. Right? Boom. Summon. Boom. She comes out. Pus is coming out. Boom. You know what I'm saying? You can just summon her ass out from the fucking codex.
Things that both slow monsters and add weakness to chaos damage as well. She's.
They've got it close to that, by the way. It's very close to what I'm describing, but not quite. I still think they need to make the book, bro. Make the book.
She's using it there.
Make the book.
Things that exploded there. Because those are going to make monsters weaker to chaos damage, it'll be a very good part of this build. It's not as many minions, but the nice thing is that it'll actually end up being more DPS, and I think the bosses it probably is better for this build than not. That's what these little polyp things are. All right, so moving on. Let's have a quick look at the Mercenary.
Oh, shit, bro.
So the Mercenary is another ranged character, but this time using crossbows. Now, the main difference between a crossbow and a bow is that crossbows fire instantly, and they also have an ammo mechanic where effectively, you fire until your clip is empty, and then you have to reload. So it plays a lot more like an FPS.
Where's the ammo going to show
lots of
up?
type of FPS
Alrighty,
type,
chat.
weapons as well.
Strap in. It's going to be a 24-hour stream.
No, boys. I'm going to open this box today, or I will delete my PoE 2 beta keys.
You fire until your clip is empty, and then you have to reload.
Boy.
So it plays a lot more like an FPS. And we've got lots of type of FPS type weapons as well.
It's FPS? No, plays a lot more like an FPS. Wait, he means plays a lot more like a top-down S. A TDS? Like, not FPS. He's saying FPS. There's another name. Dude, no, FPS is first-person shooter. This is, like, literally... It's emulating isometric gameplay.
I just changed it to WSD here because this character plays a lot better in that way. So if you got like a
guns mean FPS, so gun
weapon,
FPS.
You've got a assault rifle type weapon. Find some monsters. And various other types. You've also got attached grenade launchers and things like sniper rifle type weapons and so on. Now this plays very differently to the other classes, but I think it's really fun. It's just like a whole different sort of feeling of the game. This particular area is called Doyani's Sanctum.
Looks like a mod, bro.
A lot of experiments on
mod
humans,
a gun in the game.
Is very interested in anatomy.
I don't know. When I first saw this, I was getting an ick feeling, like a weird little. It was making me ick. I was getting a little bit of ick. But I've been desensitized to it now, and now it's kind of like it's a little bit shameless. But at the end of the day, hey, fuck it, dude, YOLO. I'll allow it. Yeah, I was getting a little bit of an ick. What was a combo of seeing WAST for the first time and then guns? I was like, what the fuck is this game, bro? But now I've seen it enough, I'm like, fuck it. Yeah, fuck it.
And kind of merging them with machines.
Fuck it, bro.
There's a pretty interesting chest on the wall there that I quite like. If you click on that one. Just
click it now.
So there's a cadaver on the wall, and it like slices up and drops some items. So that's kind of fun.
Well, what do you get? Like his,
we actually originally
like his balls. Like what do you get? What do you get from that?
We just had half a person there, but it really just looked like an anatomy diagram. So we needed to do something to show the fact that it was actually a modeled human there. So that was fun. So
what are you learning, bro?
So one of the other things we haven't even talked about, which is another really important character development system in Path of Exile, is of course items. So now items.
Bro, they had seen this, bro. They had seen the fucking guy getting cut in half before the video came out, bro. Well, I thought that was a crazy announcement when I first saw that. I was like, they'd already seen it.
Path of Exile work like many other action RPGs, but I think that we do a particularly good job of having interesting affixes and suffixes. If you have a look at the items on the character, like they generate. We have normal, magic, rare, and uniques. Magic items can have up to 2 mods. Rare items can have up to 6. And effectively, each of the different slots had.
Is this Ruthless? Why is he running around with blues on? What's going on here? Is he playing Ruthless mode? I thought you dropped 5 exalts in Act 1. I thought you dropped that. Yeah, what the hell? You're dropping 5 eggs in Act 1. This guy's fucking still wearing blues, bro. What the fuck? Is he getting cucked by Regals? What's he getting cucked by? What's going on here?
Has a pool of mods that's unique to it. But one of the other things that's sort of really important about PoE is crafting items. So here we have different crafting items that allow you to add affixes to items. If you use an Orb of Transmutation, it'll turn this magic item to a 1 mod magic. Okay. If you use an Orb of Augmentation, it'll add an extra mod to make it into a 2 mod magic. You've also got Regal Orbs that will turn it into a 3 mod rare, which is normally that I have 4, but if you do it this way, you get 3. And then you can use Exalted Orbs to add more mods than that to make.
What's crazy is like this set, like when you hear him say it like that and you see it, like someone looking at this is like, man, this is so crazy and so dank. But once you get used to the system, it's so basic, it's so simple.
6 mods.
So if you're getting intimidated by this chat, don't be. Don't be. Obviously, this chat is getting intimidated by this because they've never crafted a piece of gear in their entire life because they only buy stuff off the trade website. If you're getting intimidated by this, don't get intimidated. It's really simple, bro.
Now,
so many people get intimidated by this. So many people can't handle it. Bro, I just watched Zach interact with the system for the first time the other day, like 2 days ago, 1 day ago. He like, what do you mean a prefix? What do you mean a suffix? What? I don't even understand. What even is a prefix and a suffix? What's going on? Is that the name of the gear? What's an explicit mod? What's an implicit? I don't understand. You know, okay. That's what the average person's like. All right? When you explain it, when your reality is, it's like, okay, items have 3 prefixes, 3 suffixes. Okay, you have a total of 6 on that standard item. All right, it's really simple. It really is quite simple.
2 that's very different than PoE 1 is that these currency items to add mods to items are much, much more common than they were before. And you're really going to be expected to use them throughout the campaign. It's like a really important element of player power.
We've
actually changed the way the scaling works in quite a lot of elements to kind of try and make it so that picking up like new blue items is going to actually be an interesting choice for you. Using regals and exalts on them are pretty interesting. And also you get regals by selling, by disenchanting rares as well. So effectively you can get quite a lot of...
Ooh, wait, you can just regal something that's equipped? Whoa, a new announcement, chat, look!
By selling, by disenchanting...
Keen eyes, look at this.
Rares
what the hell? Yo, you can't do that in PoE 1? That's cool. That's fucking sick.
Well,
oh my
so
god!
Effectively, you can get quite a lot of regals in order to upgrade items to rares relatively easily.
That's so annoying. I hate having to do that. You like want to put a thing on an item and you want to just fucking slam it real quick, but it's like this item is equipped. You have to take it off, and then it's like you took it off, and then it had attributes on it, and then guess what? Oh fuck, you can't put it back on now because the attributes on it broke your other attributes, and now your gear's all red, and then you got to go to your fucking stash tab to get another item to equip. I mean, yeah, it just creates a cascading effect that's just annoying as fuck. So this is a good change.
So. Now, these crafting items, the other thing that's important about them is you can use them on any base type, not just items you can equip. They're used throughout the game for many different purposes, for the end game as well, and many other things. So you could use them on flasks and charms. There's all sorts of places where you can use them. So it's definitely something that you're going to want to master and play around with. Now, the other items, of course, that we have is lots and lots of unique items. There are hundreds of them in PoE 2.
So Chaos Orbs, chat, Chaos Orbs are going to be the new Divines, or the old Exalts. And Exalts are going to be the Chaos. So the expensive item is going to be the Chaos Orb. Not wrong. Okay, Exalts are going to be cheap as fuck. Chaos is going to be expensive. Chaos is add remove. Exalt is just slam. Exalts are going to drop like crazy. Yeah. You're going to be buying stuff for 1E. Yes, it'll be like you'll be buying items for 5E, 10E. You're going to have hundreds and thousands of Exalts. You're going to have not many Chaos Orbs.
And hundreds more as we go along. And some of them are pretty interesting. They all do things. They aren't just upgraded rares. They all do something kind of interesting. So for example, here we have a boots called Corpse Wade. If you put that on there and then you walk through a corpse, it'll make them explode and turn into little puffs of green chaos damage there. That's not something you're going to get on a rare item. Another one here is called Sands of Silk.
The blinks.
If you put this one on, what it's going to do is change your dodge roll into a teleport, into a blip that can blink through monsters.
Wait, what the hell is that animation?
But this is into a teleport, Sands of Silk.
Wait, what the hell?
If you put this one on, what it's going to do is change your dodge roll into a teleport.
I hope that's improved.
Into a blip that can blink through monsters. Once again, not something you get on a rare. But there's a few others here that are kind of interesting. Next one here is called Couture of Crimson. It makes life leech overflow maximum life. So as you attack monsters, you can get like over health above your normal maximum.
Oh, so there no! Oh, the Danny Kuglers who were saying it's overleach. You're retarded. Please let me know. And all Danny Kuglers who were saying it was just overleach. You're retarded. Which was like fucking half the chat, by the way. Hey, it's okay. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. All the Danny Kuglers. So there we go. So it is Overlife, which is what it sounded like it was, which is what I predicted it would be, and it is Overlife. So that's crazy. Can we see it in action?
Life leech. Another one here, for example.
No, show it to us. Show it to us. Why doesn't he show it?
Pretty simple in some ways.
I want to see it.
This thing here just has ridiculous attack speed, but low damage. If you want to make an interesting bow build, where
so basically, chat, with that overflow life thing, we saw overflow for ES. For ES, you could get double your ES and overflow. So potentially, that item there
it just has.
Is gonna you're gonna have 25% less life, but you can then get double. Right? So you'll have 1 times by 0.75, right? Times by 2. So you can get 50% more life from this. Effectively. If you're using it correctly, 50% more life. Literally. And then 20% help retardant. Kind of nuts, right? Great calculator skills. Thank you. Appreciate that. What people who don't understand how that works. So you're talking 50% more life from that item. What the fuck? Okay, this guy says you retard. Okay, you banned. How about that, buddy? How about that, pussy? Worth it?
Another one here, for example, pretty simple in some ways, is Quill Rain. This thing here just has ridiculous attack speed, but low damage. If you want to make an interesting bow build where you're just making, where you want to hit huge amounts of times, don't necessarily care about the damage dealt, Quill Rain is going to be something for you. Or another one here called the...
What's this? Ray Shield. Because that's just the Ray Shield button. So every single shield just gets that, I guess. And you still get the old school block as well. 117% increase armor. Can block all damage. Wait, can block damage from all hits. Cannot use shield skills. Oh, wow. Bro, what the fuck? What the fuck? So that just lets you block everything. So any hit in the game. So that's spells, attacks, spells and attacks. It's attacks and spells. Yeah, it's all hits. The wall broken. Yeah, anything that's a hit damage, you can block it.
Wailing Wall. This one here disables shield skills, but makes you able to block damage from all hits without having to raise your shield. So effectively, if you want to be able to block a lot of damage, but you don't care about being able to use other shield skills, this could be a good one.
Huh? Wait, I thought it was by default. It was like that. Wait. Even unblockable. I don't understand that. Wait, this is weird to me. See, in PoE 1, what that means is that just means your block is your spell block as well. In PoE 1. But in PoE 2, that sounds weird. Wait, what? I thought you can block all. Oh, no, I see. Because you can only block projectiles. Right? No, you can only block projectiles. Maybe this lets you block... So this lets you block everything. So even non-projectiles.
So, block a lot of damage, having to raise your shield. So
and strikes.
If you want to be able to block a lot of damage, but you don't care about shield, this one here dealt, Quill Rain is going to be something for you. Or another one here called the Wailing Wall. This one here disables shield skills, but makes you able to block damage from all hits without having to raise your shield.
Well, damage raise your shield. Block all hits without raise your shield.
So effectively, if you want to be able to block a lot of damage, but you don't care about being able to use other shield skills, this could be a good one.
I don't get it. Like, it sounds like it's the way he describes it. It makes it sound like your character's basically blocking all a 360-degree direction at all times, 24/7. But then you're gonna naturally get hit, and then your bar's gonna get thinged, and then you get stunned. But then the way it reads is different. The way it reads is different. It reads completely different to what he describes. With 26%. Well, no, I think normal block's in the game still. No, normal block's still in the game. That's you get active block and there's normal block. This is it's different. The chat, you get both. No, yes, speculating. No, you get both. I'm pretty sure like okay, I remember them talking about this because someone said, wait, with active block, can you block? And he was like, yeah. No, you get normal block and you get active block. I'm pretty sure that was it. Maybe I'm tripping. He must be already done with the box. He's watching videos, right? This is a new video. It's a fucking Pog video, Lolis, by the way. So you missed, like, the fact that you're complaining is kind of crack up. Like, this is actually a really insane video. They're just straight up announcing a bunch of new uniques. It's, like, showing so much information that we haven't seen. It's actually crazy.
So all of these are what we call build enabling. They're interesting things that you might be able to build a character around, do something interesting with, and they're a big part of how the in-game, things that you can find at in-game, things that you're going to be sort of going throughout the game, things that might affect how your character is played.
Oh, fuck.
So, on the eve of the end, the demon of Atzoat.
Bro, is this the full-on spoiler? Should I skip this? Should I skip this? Should I skip this? I mean, it's sick, but I don't know. Oh, fuck it. Everyone else will watch it. They also heard. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. I'm gonna watch it. Oh shit. Oh god damn. Oh. This is clearly the Act 1 boss. Dude, that slam is crazy. What?
Pathetic.
Wait, how many one-shot slams are these bosses gonna have? Oh my god, the sound effects of these bosses are sick. He's blocked him in the wall, bro. He's locked in. He's locking him in. What the hell's going on with those crystals? Oh shit, man.
The ends justify the means.
True. Paste.
Let's see how.
So wait, that's like touch of God, effectively. So when he says the ends justify the means, run for your life.
Handle this. I can't give up. Not now. The cataclysm must be stopped.
Shit, multi-phase, bro. Damn, what the hell? He's Dr. Robotnik up in this bitch.
Devices and Thomas? I think not. I will.
He made Doriani's fist, right?
Listen,
This is
I'm just
Dorian.
here for the lady. There's no need for all this.
This is Mercenary.
I've got you now.
So he made all the Doriani's gear, the prototype, yeah, the first, all that shit, all the Doriani items. This guy's like the crazy creator. He is literally Dr. Robotnik, eh?
Now, are within my grasp.
I don't know why they needed to show us this. But I like that they didn't show us this, but, you know, ultimately, all the other PoE creators have already seen this. Oh, shit. The roll? You can roll through it? Okay, I frame through it.
I've got you now.
I mean, this looks fucking sick, bro. This looks fucking sick, bro. I mean, this is crazy. This boss fight's nuts. I mean, this does seem like a different game, doesn't it? Like, this does not look like PoE 1. I mean, the fact that he has physics on all its different, like, limbs and things as well. I don't know if you've seen him, like, interact with each limb. Like, it's not just a hitbox. So in PoE 1, in PoE 1, you just got like this circle hitbox, and they tried to make a big boss in PoE 1, and it was the Aztec. It's in the Elvis Temple. It's the Roomba, and they can't actually make a hitbox that's like wide. So what they did is they just make it that when you go inside his hitbox, when you clip through his hitbox, you start getting a debuff. It's like scuffed as fuck. It's giga scuffed. And actually, I lost a character like that. I lost a character to this random debuff because like they couldn't design a proper hitbox in PoE 1 because it doesn't exist in the engine. So then they just put a debuff on you and then they just kill off your character like this. Like, oh, you walked inside the hitbox. Guess what you did? That's what happened. Yeah. Anyone who's played Flicker Strike and has fought the Temple of Asquotl boss, complete bullshit. Because your character gets teleported inside the hitbox, you stack up a hidden debuff, and then it just kills you. It just fucking kills you, bro. Whereas in this one here, the physics of each limb and the entire boss are real. So if his leg hits you, it's gonna hit you. If you shoot his arm, it hits his arm. Which is like these bosses just don't exist in PoE 1 because they can't do it technically from a technical standpoint. Oh my god, bro! Oh shit, bro! Oh shit, man! Dude, it looks way easy for range guys and way fucked for melee. Bro! Oh, this is gonna be hectic, bro, on hardcore. Oh man, doing this blind HC on hardcore, bro. Oh shit, bro. Oh shit, bro. Raw dogging it, bro. Okay, yeah. What I mean, with like first time ever on HC. I mean, you gotta understand, my memory, I'm gonna forget all these mechanics. And 2 weeks from now, this is gone. I'll remember there's a Dr. Robotnik guy and he's got one-shots. That's it. I'm not gonna remember like, oh yes, he does the laser beam mechanic, which then you shoot around and then you do a roll, and then you do the thing and you do a backflip, and then he's gonna go up in the sky and do a thing. Like, I'm not gonna remember any of that. Oh shit. About don't show us the story part, man. I kind of want to skip.
One of the things in any action RPG is the end game. Now, something that happens almost every time a new action RPG launches is people saying there isn't enough in-game content. We really want to make sure that in PoE 2, people don't feel that way.
Bro, he's literally... This is like the announcement. They just got to watch the PoE announcement video before the PoE announcement video. This is just the PoE announcement video, but different.
We actually changed our priorities for as a studio relatively recently. Now, the first 3 acts of PoE 2 take around 25 hours to complete. This is already longer than many campaigns in other games. On the other hand, people spend hundreds of hours in in-game.
Oh, bro, it's Elba!
We realized that finishing the rest of their campaign for early access instead of working on in-game would actually be a very bad idea.
Spoiler, bro! Wait, that's who you're saving in Act 1! Oh, what the... Why would you spoil it?
Yeah. So instead of having Acts 4 to 6 in early access, it's much better for us to concentrate on in-game and make that great. If you're a new player, a 25-hour campaign is already a huge game with plenty of content.
It's Act 1. Yeah, I know. I'm spoiled for Act 1 now. Now I know we kill Doriani, and then we save Elva. Well, we're not kill. We fight Doriani, we save Elva.
If you're an existing action RPG player, then what you're going to care about is the in-game challenges that you have to
it's fine.
If we'd launched with a double-length campaign and a bad in-game, we'd effectively have to say, hey, trust us, a good in-game is coming later. But if we launch with a 25-hour campaign and a great in-game, then people can easily understand what's coming when we say, oh, yeah, and there's 3 more acts coming really soon. Now, in early access, there are 50 bosses currently and around 400 monster types, but effectively the game is going to double in size during early access into the 6 acts with 100 bosses and around 800 monster types.
Oh, shit.
Now, the great thing is the rest of the game is like 80% there, and so we'll be adding content very quickly during early access, and so you can expect to see a lot of that coming really quickly. Now, in order to make the in-game happen at the same player level, we've had to add a second difficulty called Cruel difficulty, where you repeat the campaign with all the monsters and bosses harder, but also better rewards. If you sort of look at it in traditional game terms, you can think of it as a kind of like New Game Plus type thing, but we've actually made quite a lot of changes to the game throughout as well, which you'll probably enjoy as well. And that'll take you to around level 65, which is where the end game begins.
So there are changes.
So, let's talk about what the end game is. So in PoE, there are many different in-game grinds. One of the things that's kind of really important is that people feel like they've got a choice between many different types of activities in the in-game. So for PoE 2, at the start of early access, we're going to have 8 primary in-game grinds that you can do, all of which have their own sort of systems for leveling them up, improving them, unique rewards.
Oh, wow, look at this. Auto input method detection. Ooh, I wonder, do you think they're going to allow us to do both? Do you think they're going to allow us to do both? Nah, toggle the keyboard input method. I need to ask that. It's something I need to ask. Is there any way we could do... Yeah, they said that? No. Wait, I want this. I want it so it doesn't switch between them, but I want to be able to use both a keyboard and a controller at the same time.
Player power that you can get only from them, and we're going to introduce the first 2 of them right here during the campaign, which are the Ascension Trials.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So the Ascension Trials in Path of Exile 2, you do encounter them in the campaign to start with, but then they level up all the way to endgame and they have interesting mechanics. So this first one here is called the Trial of the Sekimas, and it's actually a sequel to Sanctum League from PoE 1.
Yeah.
So we've actually done quite a lot of sequels to leagues from PoE 1 with new mechanics and new stuff, but all of them have new things going on. So basically, in order to the Trial of the Sekimas is a place where the Maraketh came to be tested and gain power. In order to gain entry, you need a coin containing the soul of a djinn, and then once you put it in the relic altar there, then you can enter and start playing. Now, the trial is made up of various different rooms, and it works a little bit like a roguelike type encounter system, where effectively you pick each room, and then within each room there's a different challenge. This one is a ritual trial, I think, which has these monster summoners. So they're effectively summoning monsters, and you want to be able to kill those as fast as you can to complete the room.
That's it. So the Mordor gameplay extended cut. Does look a bit different. Definitely a different vibe. It does look a bit different. You got a lot more line of sighty areas.
That one was relatively easy. So once you've completed the room, you can go into the next room to get your reward. Now in this case, we have a silver key. Keys can be used at the end of the trial to be able to get rewards, but effectively you have to be able to survive the entire trial to be able to claim them. Now this is the map for the trial, and you can effectively pick what type of room you'd like to go to next. There are a few different issues. One of them is that the next room will have a type, so for a type of trial, for example, here's an hourglass trial, and it also has a type of reward, but also some of them have boons or afflictions that might get you. So this one says, for example, when you enter it, that it'll afflict you with
skipping the check because it's just basically saying them.
Sword on entry, which means you only get 40% this damage. You probably don't want to do that as a minion build, but they have better rewards in exchange for that. So once you pick your room, you can go into the next one.
See the gameplay? Let's have a look at the gameplay. Dude, that hourglass though. Oh shit, bro, what the hell?
Now this one's a
that's a
time
big
trial.
animation.
You have to
That's a
survive
big animation.
and kill all the monsters. Now one thing that I didn't
Look at those
mention at the
Rolly
start of
boys.
this is that unlike in the normal
Rolly
game,
boys.
if you take hits in this mode, then you're going to lose a resource called honor. If you run out of honor, then you have to leave the trial. So
Do you reckon
effectively,
GG's gonna have an arachnophobia mode, bro? Those betas better not do that pussy shit, bro. Straight up.
want to really try and play these runs as
I
hitless
don't
as
wanna see
possible,
spiders,
and that means that all the monsters we've selected
spiders are
usually have to be
scary.
avoidable in some way, have dodgeable mechanics, and that's sort of why Octavian is playing
Oh, he's got
as
any
safely
hand.
as he
Oh, he's getting
possibly
hand.
can.
Oh,
He
he's
doesn't want to
getting-
get too close to
Octavian,
the
bro,
boss,
lock
or
in.
that monster there, because he doesn't want to lose honor. Oh yes, it is. Okay, no, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Instability, Bambi posting spiders on
All right, so once the
Discord.
trial's complete, once again, you can go and get the reward, which in this case is a bronze key again. Because
Okay, he has arachnophobia, so. But still, if you're posting a real photo of a spider versus a spider in a video game, that's two different things, bro. Two different things.
we picked one that had the same reward. We'll do one more. So that one's a Sacred Water Fountain, the Chalice Trial. Yeah, sure, let's do it. All right, cool. The next one's called a Chalice Trial. Effectively, there's a blood chalice here, which you need to fill with blood by killing rare monsters in this
It's
area.
pathetic
Once you kill
if
all
you
the
need-
rare
like,
monsters,
bro.
you can continue.
If you can't look at a computer game
Now,
spider,
there are a
bro,
lot of different rooms in
come on.
in the trial.
Well, you should try and
There are
overcome
around
your fears.
70 in level 1, and they're random, what you get each time. So you should expect each run to feel quite different, and the kind of stuff you can expect to find, the kind of
Straight
wounds
up.
and afflictions you get.
Instead of avoiding
the
them,
monsters that
overcome
you'll
them.
face, this kind of thing. All of these are very different. And there's also 4 floors as well. This is just the first floor. Each floor looks different and has different mechanics, rewards, and so on as well. So there's quite a lot of content here.
I don't have a rain
and
fair.
once again, like I
Rain's
said,
just
there's got
annoying in
ways
games
as well
'cause it-
for it to sort of expand into in-game, have more.
Damn, these circles.
have ways to expand it and.
That's
ways
Molten,
to,
bro. They got Molten
make it
from
both
D3.
More damaging and more.
They got Molten from D3. You guys seen that Molten, bro? There's a lot there. I'm not even kidding. They actually watched. They played it bees around D3 and D4, and they've inserted mechanics. That dude. Maybe this is a Diablo-like, bro.
Where's that other rare?
Maybe it is.
There it is.
Oh shit! Here we go. Some sort of mycelium demon.
Well, avoid that one. All right. So that's this trial complete. And once again, you can get the reward you picked, which I believe was Sacred Water in this case. So Sacred Water is a resource that you can use throughout your run. Effectively, it's a currency that can be used in a shop that you can find throughout the run as well. Water is obviously a very hard resource in the desert. So in the interest of time, what we're going to do now is skip to the last room in this floor of the Sanctum, which is the boss room.
That guy's bored, bro. That guy's bored. No one actually. He's like, this is just saying.
All right, so we have Rattle Cage.
It's Tomb Lord! It's Tomb Lord! Watching, so he slams and what? That sets up volcanoes? You see, so he has like a soft and rage. Big slam. Just, none of these bosses look very melee friendly. Gotta be honest here, chat. None of these bosses look melee friendly at all. It looks like every range character looks super OP and chill. Every melee character looks like he's gonna get absolutely fucked. Look, he just doesn't have to avoid anything. He just walks around. The guy just keeps fucking missing. Dude, 40% effect curse. Okay, he's got soft and rage. He's gonna have to do a mechanic soon. Oh shit, he's gonna have to do a mechanic soon. Oh, he's getting hit by the molten balls. I played PoE 2. I played PoE 2 for a total of about 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes in total. I played it at XLCon 1 and XLCon 2. Yeah, I played PoE. My XLCon 1, I literally played PoE 2 with the default attack. I'm thinking he's getting lag spikes. I'm guessing that's just the test server, right? Surely. Oh wow, does that actually do damage when he explodes?
So that's the boss of the end of the first floor of the Sanctum, but there's lots more bosses in Sanctum.
We weren't allowed to stream the gameplay. I would have played way more PoE 2 if I could have streamed it. I had to end stream to play, and then by the time I'd end stream, it was like the event's over, and then they just let me in at the very last second. Okay.
Find, as I said, there's multiple floors. They each have interesting things.
Yeah, so I wanted to stream the PoE event, right? But then the time that you can play was during the event, but I wanted to stream the event and watch the event. So then I had to wait for basically the event to end and then try play, but then you couldn't. So there was like a tiny bit of time that I got to play at the very end after I ended my stream, after the event closed, where you had like a little bit of time to play. That was it. Okay, who are these gamers? Subtract him. Don't recognize anyone else.
Now, at the end of each floor, you'll get the ability to pick from various different chests. The keys that drop give the ability to open these caches here. So you want to pick which one because each of them have different types of rewards in them. Now, the other thing that you get...
You saw Darth Micro? I didn't see Darth. Wait, what? I would have seen Darth. Wait, where's Darth? Oh, he's just there, bro. You guys are perceptive. There he is. Yeah, you can see his ginger hair and his hoodie thing. What are they called? Beanies. Yeah.
Ability to pick from various different chests. The keys that drop give the ability to open these caches here. So you want to pick which one because each of them have different types of rewards in them.
Shit.
Now, the other thing that you get to do here is use the Altar of Ascendancy.
Wait, DM interview, when's it happening?
Now, unfortunately, we forgot to reset the Ascendancy class, so you're not going to be able to see the list there when we did the thing before. But effectively, once you've, the first time you use the Altar of Ascendancy, you get to pick between 3 different Ascendancy classes. In early access, there's only going to be 2 available for each class, and we're going to be adding the rest later. And those give you interesting things that are only available to your class because no other class gets those things on the passive tree. Now, with Ascendancy classes in PoE 2, have really tried to
so to give you guys context as to what we're watching, by the way, this is like, so this is the shit that, so TLDR it's basically like the presentation that we watched on the live stream, but this was clearly under some sort of embargo, so all the content creators that went to LA saw this, and it literally is announcing everything. Like, everyone who went to LA already knew pretty much every feature that's coming in PoE 2, which is crazy. Like, bravo to the PoE guys for not leaking. Because, holy, they knew everything, bro. Like, in the first 40 minutes, they've basically gone over every single thing that was announced, which is crazy. I was invited, Chad. I didn't go. It was too much effort. It's in the middle of nowhere.
The things are. For example, this particular class, and because I can't see the name on the screen, I forgot what it's called. Bro. Infernalist, right? It's got some pretty interesting abilities.
My boost is not
here is called the Hellhound. So this one gives the ability to summon a Hellhound. When you summon it, it has a few abilities. One of them is that it sets everything next to it on fire.
Wait, I need to fix this, Chad. I'm sorry. It's bothering me. I have a YouTube booster, which is supposed to be boosting the volume, and it's not boosting the volume.
How interesting the things are. For example, this particular class, and because I can't see the name on the screen, I forgot what it's called. Infernalist, right?
Oh, there we go. It's boosting.
It's got some pretty interesting abilities. One of them here is called the Hellhound. So this one gives the ability to summon a Hellhound. When you summon it, it has a few abilities. One of them is that it sets everything next to it on fire. It's a minion, so because we're a minion class, this can be really useful. But also, it takes damage for you. Every time you take damage, it gets transferred to the Hellhound.
This looks overpowered,
so,
by the way.
He's a really good boy.
Like what?
Another one that's really
just multiplicative EHP, right? That's just broken. Let's be honest. That's just fucking broken. All right, that's ridiculous. And on top of that, you say Guardian Ascendancy, except this isn't just Guardian Ascendancy, bro. Okay, imagine if Guardian, the summon that you could get with Guardian, could be 6-linked. Then that's what this would be. All right, then that's what this would be. Because you could 6-link this Hellhound. It could be giga juiced. You could build your entire character around that Ascendancy summon, which is sick, I think, by the way.
The Hellhound. So, he's a really good boy. Another one that's really interesting is that, if we just respec quickly away from that, is turning into a called Demon Form.
Do we get to
away from that?
Wait.
Another one that's really interesting
I'm gonna pause.
is that, if we just respec quickly away from
Minions of 12% damage, and we got 20% damage taken from your heads that's taken from your life before you.
Away from that, is turning
max mana. Was that max mana? 4% max mana. Ooh.
Into
12% spell damage.
A
demon form. So they really moved their mouse fast, eh? Krantz demon transformation. And bro, it's so weird seeing this fucking passive tree and everything, man. Like, they've just removed so much bloat from everything, right? Just Ascendancy point, demon transformation. What's that about?
Called demon form. So when you use demon form, you turn into a demon. While you're a demon, you lose life constantly, but you also have much higher spell damage and much faster cast speed. The longer you survive, the higher those numbers get. So
it's kind of like Rampage or something, or Berserk, right? Similar sort of vibes. It's kind of like some sort of weird demon form Berserk. Yeah, it's more like Berserk, right? Or like a Berserker. Serena Madness, one of these.
But you're going to continuously take damage. So you're probably...
No, it ramps up. So Berserk, it's like a reverse Berserk. Berserk is like, it starts off, you can maintain it. The rage cost goes up to the point where it's basically draining your HP, your entire rage bar, to zero in like a fraction of a second, right?
This, you probably want to do a build that involves getting high life regeneration in some manner, so you can survive as long as possible and do a large amount of damage. So that's an example, just two nodes from the Infernalist. But of course, there's lots of interesting nodes there, and you're going to want to ascend, get more points by doing more Ascension Trials, and...
I'm actually going to battle scan 1 second. Sorry, chat. We have to battle this guy. Okay, there we go. Good. Sorry about that.
And, continue to get more player power. Now in PoE 2, you actually, all of the Ascension Trials... oh, that's right. So we haven't even finished this one yet. All right, hang on. Where was I? All right, that's right. Okay, so let's talk about how this extends into Endgame. So effectively, as you go through this trial, you might find items called Relics. And relics are these items here, which can be crafted. You can see an example of a blue one here. This one says monsters have a 4% chance to drop double Sacred Water and gain 16 Sacred Water at the start of the trial. Now, these are ways that you can effectively improve your odds as you go through, but there's some pretty interesting ones as well. Let's have a look at another couple. Bosses deal 4% reduced damage. These ones are very low level and simple, but they can get quite powerful. If you click on the relic altar before you start your run, put a coin in, then you've got these slots here that you can put the relics in, and you can also unlock more slots by doing more. By doing this more in order to be able to put more in. There are also unique relics, like for example this one here that says that the boss at the end of the entire trial will drop a specific unique item, but your maximum honor is 1, which means you can take exactly 1 hit, which means that you need to do a hitless run in order to be able to get that unique. So there are lots of other interesting unique relics that do other things. The ability to extend this and get to endgame is pretty high. And one of the reasons you're going to want to do that is because like all of these different endgame mechanics, there's unique player power that only comes from it. So in this particular case, we have jewels. Jewels are coming back.
Here we go.
As well.
Here we go. 15% increase maximum energy shield. Minions have okay, this is normal jewel. It's a normal jewel. Okay.
You can see an example of one of them here. These are things that you can socket into your passive tree to be able to get more get more stats. So this one says 15% increased maximum energy shield, and minions have plus 7% to all elements.
Have we seen a rare jewel yet?
Now, because of the fact that you can roll these yourself and stack them,
I'm assuming it's still 4 mod.
You can do with jewels, and there's also jewels that have other kind of random and weird effects. Like for example, this one here says upgrades. Says that
upgrades radius too large. 25% increase effect of small passive skills in radius. So it's gonna be obviously. See, I'm thinking like, let's put that near a bunch of life, baby. But this could be broken for like bleed chance nodes or any sort of threshold that you're trying to abuse. Instead of like some sort of cap, you're trying to hit a cap for ignite chance or something. This could be big. Or some sort of stacking build. If you're stacking attributes, then boom. If you're stacking armor, boom. Stuff like that.
25% increased effect of small passive skills in radius. So this one actually modifies the other skills on the passive tree to improve them. With some interesting things and some interesting overlaps, you can do some pretty cool stuff with those as well.
It's a weird jewel.
There are, of course, unique jewels and other things going on. And I won't go too much into it, but effectively, this does scale all the way in game, has uniques, has ways to scale it, and a lot of interesting things you can do. The next trial we're going to talk about is the Trial of the Chaos God. Now, unlike in PoE 1, every time you want to get more Ascendancy points, there's a new trial that you have to do to do that. So this is the second trial that you can do, and once again, it's also an in-game mechanic that that can be expanded upon. So we're going to use the Mercenary for this one. Now, this is the one you're going to encounter in Act 3 for the first time, but as I said, it extends to in-game as well. Finishing the Ascension Trial was kind of an ancient rite for the Vaal that conveyed power and respect. Entry requires a token from a stranger.
Oh. Chimeral Inscribe Ultimatum, area level 40, Never Trials 4. Okay, so it's a quest one, clearly. It's the quest trial. So at level 40. So 4 zones, 4 debuffs.
Entity called the Trial Master. And this is actually a sequel to a league from PoE 1 called Ultimatum, but it works very differently. So to start with, he's going to offer the trial, make the offering to the trial, and then he can walk in. Now, before you enter each room in the Trial of the Chaos God, you're going to have to pick from one of the downsides that's going to affect you for the entire rest of the trial. So the Trial Master is here, and he's going to offer you an item to start with. Here's the item that you're going to get if you complete this room.
Holy
and he's also going to say, pick one of these 3 things that's going to potentially hurt you.
Bro, do you know what? I just thought about it. Corrupted items are going to be good now, right? Because they've got the new item tiering system in the game. And because of the way they change corruptions in general. Although it's different. Again, shouldn't corrupted be a white? Shouldn't it be white as an enchant? But you're noticing, chat? Look, corrupted items are buffed here. Because in PoE 1, this implicit would have been overwritten with this corruption. But because in PoE 2, corruptions count as an enchant, therefore it does not overwrite the initial implicit. So it's like, so not only are corruptions buffed in that respect, they also have a item tiering system where items can roll between 1 and 5 tiers of like how high the rolls are. Smart loot, effectively. So you can imagine Ultimatum is going to clearly have this mechanic where it goes, okay, this is the highest tier item and it's corrupted. So boom, corrupted isn't buffed, and boom, smart loot. You're going to, because usually corrupted items are just complete dog shit in PoE 1. I feel like in PoE 2, we're going to see some insane corrupted items come out. And I think in general, in PoE 2, we're going to see some insane ground loot. Just ground loot's going to go hard as fuck.
If you complete this room.
This item does suck dick, though, yeah.
And he's also going to say, pick one of these 3 things that's going to potentially hurt you. In this case, we're going to pick blood globules, which will one of the
I don't think it'll be the opposite.
And what that's going to do is mean that
smart loot's
blood
good.
Balls are going to appear above your head and slam down.
Bro, smart loot is literally Necropolis. You understand that, right? So they're using the smart loot is the Necropolis system. Were Necropolis items bad? Were Necropolis items bad? Can you explain it? Were they bad? No, they were fucking broken. They were bugged out. They were like glitched. They're literally doing the same system where they limit. So the higher the tier of the item, the tighter the range gets of the rolls. So effectively, if you get a super high tier item drop on the ground, right? If you get the maximum tier, then it's just and you roll flat fizz with 50%. What happens there? You're pretty much going to get a tyrannical flaring, right? You're just going to get a tyrannical flaring item drop, which is going to be fucking broken. It's going to be busted.
Periodically.
Are you ready, Challenger?
As you walk into the room, he's going to summon a bunch of these monsters.
Yeah.
Now, each of the rooms has different mechanics. This one's very simple. You just have to kill all the monsters.
Not today.
Those fucking blood balls, bro.
That's that blood globule I talked about earlier.
I hate that. Dude, look how sick the smoke looks, though.
Now, the blood globule may not seem very threatening right now, but as you go through each room, you're going to add more and more mechanics that are going to hurt you, and so it can get quite intense by the time you've gotten to the end.
One down. Who's next?
Gameplay, bro. You actually having to do gameplay. Like, you actually have to interact with the mechanic.
There we go. So we've defeated all the monsters.
Oh my god, bro. Okay, we permating this guy? Yeah, I'm just gonna ban him. Dude, fucking bitch asses, bro. Why are you guys applying these? Mods, can we just take these bosses out, bro?
Monsters in this
Take
room,
them out.
and we can move on to the next
Take
one.
out the dissenters. Take out the dissenters. Because if I had to pause the video, it's just bad.
So as we move to the next room, once again, the Trial Master is going to give us a choice. Basically, sort of double or nothing. Do you want to take another reward and make the game harder again, or do you want to take the rewards you've already received so far and leave with your ill-gotten gains? In this case, obviously, like most players, you're probably going to want to pick another reward and keep going. So there's the existing one, blood globules, and that'll keep stacking up. We're also going to have shocking turrets here, which are going to add turrets through the room, which you'll have to deal with as well.
Tin can, bro. You've changed, bro.
Now,
what happened?
This one is a
pause for
trial
good
that
takes.
requires it's a timed encounter type trial.
Live.
As you can see, there's those lightning turrets there now, which you also have to deal with.
Dude,
And
that
it's gonna spawn a
chimera
lot of
thing looks
monsters that you have to
crazy.
survive.
Even
You
the
don't
way
have
it
to actually
moves.
kill all of them. If the time runs out, then they're all going to go away. So yeah.
This
you
thing
can,
is crazy. This thing.
You just have to survive.
What? What? That? Wait. Can we just answer what just happened?
So yeah.
Why did you just attack the wall, bro?
You can you just have.
Wait. So wait. He just tries to attack regardless of line of sight. So he's. I mean, do you know what? It's badass. He just attacked the wall, bro. He attacked the wall.
To survive.
What the hell? So that he doesn't care about line of sight. Impressive. Dude, the charging dinosaur!
And the Vaal had a culture of risk-taking, so all these kind of risk versus reward mechanics very much work for them. The way they crafted and a bunch of other things like that all sort of relate to this.
I'm sorry, I'm just getting so impressed. Look at these animations of this guy.
Very
Go
much
back and look at this. Look at the Triceratops, motherfucker. Look at
work
him.
for them. The way they crafted and a bunch of other things like that all sort of relate to this kind of risk-taking behavior.
And PoE 1, that guy doesn't turn, he doesn't do anything, he doesn't have any animations, there's no physics to anything. And PoE 2, it's like, bro, it's like I'm looking at a different game, actually, when you see those monsters. Those new monster types, I'm bussing, bro. I'm gripping. I'm gripping. Hard. Dude, shoot him. Oh, boom! He can't roll out.
Stuck. Uh-oh.
Oh, he did. He did, bro.
Only got 4 seconds. Just survive for 4 seconds. Yeah.
That looks that looks jank, bro. That looks fucking. I mean, yeah. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck.
Here we go. Okay.
Don't get stuck.
Managed to flask through it, so it's okay.
Octavian is a gamer, chat. If Octavian's getting cucked there, you will likely get cucked there. Octavian,
So as you get towards the end game, there'll be a very significant number of rooms you can do in a row. You can just keep on making it harder and harder. In this first version of it, you're going to... in this first version of it, you only have to do 4 rooms to be able to ascend. But once again, if you can't do them all in a row in one go without dying, then you'll lose your entry ticket. So you'll have to get another one to get in. So once again, like the other challenge, you'll want to be make sure that you're ready before you do this trial. Now this particular one involves pushing this idol forward. When you're near the idol, it moves forward. When you're as you get further away, it falls down.
Let's go, Quest, bro. Let's go.
So, ideally.
Oh hell yeah! Yes, go. Wait, does it hit you?
Now, as you move it forward, it's also going to spawn these, trigger these monster elevators with monsters that are going to come down as well.
Looks like it'll crush you, right? Oh, Jerris there. Oh, dude, the elevators look sick! Wait, that's not in PoE 1, right? That's not in... Wait, can we just appreciate that mechanic? That don't have, like, that... That don't have that. Where the ground has, like, different levels and you can have guys come up... Yeah, that's not in the game. That's just an entirely new feature of the PoE 2. Like, you gotta appreciate that. It looks cool. Elevators, bro. Well, monsters being on them. I'm guessing that means monsters can do weird stuff with terrain. Bro! Nice. Clean. There's volatiles, bro. Oh my god. The new volatiles. They look different, bro. They look different. Okay, that ball looked easy.
All right, finally. That one dragged a little bit, but it's okay. We finally got it.
I just learned how to do the ball, by the way. The ball, we just saw it just there. We just saw the ball. Look. What you do is you walk under the ball and then move. Because look, it doesn't follow him. Unless that one just bugged. All
right, finally. That one dragged a little bit, but it's okay. We finally got there in the
Wait,
end.
is that how the ball mechanic works? Seriously?
All right.
It doesn't work like that, though. Because the ball guy who summons the water ball who killed my characters, you walk under it and it just fucking doesn't come down, right? And then it just tracks you and then just one-shots you. Like, I mean, wait, can I play it? This is the video. Just soak that in. Alright, here's the box. There it is. Dude!
I cannot do
Fucking magma barrier! My fucking pussy, dude! This is the blood bowl. So that is literally the blood bowl, by the way. That's the same mechanic. No! Like, come on. That did not hit me, bro. It's like, come on, bro. I'm dead. Magma barrier! My fucking pussy, dude! Cause I leave there, bro. I mean, that's some bullshit, bro. That's some bullshit.
My whole character's gone.
That's some bullshit. Yeah. So why can't you just walk under it like that, like Octavian did? Maybe they fixed the ball coding.
So just like in Sanctum, there are also bosses that you can get as you go through here. The order of them is random, and so they can be very hard or relatively easy depending on when you encounter them and what things that you've picked beforehand. Before the boss, once again, the Trial Master will ask you to pick.
Whoa,
you know, do you
whoa,
wanna bail
whoa,
now,
what
or
is
do you want
that?
To pick something else.
Well, oh shit. Oh, we've seen it. Oh, look at this. I've seen it. Soul Core of Thunder. 1 to 29 lightning damage. Armor, 10 lightning damage. Okay, that's pretty dog shit. I'm gonna lie, pretty dog shit. I mean, hey, you know what though? 1 to 29 lightning damage. Not gonna say no to that.
Protect them.
So here's one of the bosses you can find in the Trial of the Chaos God.
Chaos will bring you to your end.
Oh shit. Yo, this is like V2 with that bird from the Blood Aqueducts. Oh damn, this is gonna be kind of nuts actually. What? So you get knocked down there or something. Don't fall! What is that? Bull lightnings? Summoning bull lightnings? Dude, he's just ignoring the traps. He's ignoring the traps, but he's getting fucked up though. How come Octavian hasn't got his HP bar on over his head? Bro, what is that?
That tornado is killed him the most times in practices, by the way. It's lethal.
Wait.
That tornado is killed him the most times in practices, by the way. It's lethal.
Lethal. Oh my god. Web promotion after Monday. PoE launches. Life is good. Positive vibes. Yo, thank you for congrats, bro. Congrats. Congrats. Wait. Would he say it's lethal though? I gotta hear it again.
Killed him the most times.
Tornado?
That tornado has killed him the most times in practices, by the way. It's lethal.
Ah. So it's not. He's not saying it's like a guaranteed one shot. He's saying it's just killed Octavian. Dude, look how cool the smoke looks. Are we just gonna get used to that like instantly though? What's gonna happen? I mean, I think that is the case, right? Fundamentally, you get used to new graphics like this. You appreciate them one time for each boss, and then you're like, all right. Oh, look in, Octavian!
Will be your downfall.
Nice. W, Octavian.
So that's as far as we're going to go in this trial for now, at this low level. And of course, once again, you'd be able to ascend here if this is as far as you can get during the campaign. But
his loot is from the
there's a lot
Trial
more stuff
Master.
you can
He has to
get.
walk so far to get the Trial Master?
So the Trial Master now is going to give you the rewards that you've earned throughout the trial, and there are a lot of rewards that are unique just to this trial. So let's go through a few of these that we've got here. Now the first thing he's going to offer, one of the things we've got here is an item with a socket in it. Now we removed gem sockets from PoE 2, but we've actually re-added back sockets in a much more traditional way as things that you can put items in to get extra mods. So if you have a look down the left there, you can see a thing called a Soul Core. This is a Soul Core of Thunder. If you put it in a weapon, you get lightning damage. If you put it in a shield, then an armor, you're going to get 10% lightning resistance. Now this is player power. You can't get any other way than sockets, and it's only unlocked through content that you can get through here. Now, if you want to be able to actually add sockets to existing gear as opposed to using the sockets that are on
This is
gear
way
that you get
better
from
than
here, you have
crafting
to use
bench, I
these
think.
things called Vile Orbs.
Seems way cooler.
Vile Orbs modify things unpredictable.
This is providing it's accessible. Providing the socketable things are super accessible and you can min-mash your guy how you want to, then I'm fine with it. Obviously, if it's super cancer, okay, let's say, I think this is way better than traditional crafting bench mods, provided that it's accessible. Because this is like supposed to be some shit that plugs holes in your character and lets you cap reses and lets you I need like a little bit here, a little bit there. Now, if that's what it's supposed to be and it's supposed to replace the crafting bench, we need to be able to actually plug the res that we want to plug. If it's like a super, super rare drop you never get, well then that just failed as a system. Failed. So, yeah.
Predictably, and they work a little bit differently than they used to in PoE 1.
Just saying. That's my
The
caveat.
first thing I want to mention is the fact that these corrupt items, and what that means is that after you've used this, you can't use it on another item again. So that's the last thing you want to do in your crafting step. This particular one here rolled with it got an extra mod. It got 14 to 20 chaos damage as an extra mod, as well as getting corrupted. But they can also do other things. So we'll use it on some of our gear here. You can equip it. I think you can leave it equipped. Yeah. So we're going to use it on his bow here. Okay, so that one gave him a socket. Excellent. So now he'll be able to upgrade his bow with a soul core to get an extra mod. So that's really valuable.
15 spirit.
Wouldn't have picked that one, but that's fine. That's what he had. Then we've also got, let's see in some other results. That one, okay, so that one just modified random mods on the item. So probably not good, not what you wanted. Probably wouldn't have picked that one, but that's fine. That's what he had. Then we've also got, let's see in some other results. That one, okay, so that one just modified random mods on the item, so probably not good, not what you wanted. That's a bad outcome. On the other hand here, all right, added.
All right, we get it. Oh yeah, okay.
Another mod, 25% increased armor and evasion. That's a very good roll. So effectively, the theme with these things is that you're going to get random results. You don't probably want to use them on the items that you've got equipped because they're likely to potentially damage them or make them worse. But there's player power that you can get from this that you can't get any other way. So it's something that you're definitely going to want to be able to do as you go through the game. Now, of course, because we got to the end here, we can also ascend. For this particular one, we might as well just ascend this character. So there's the Witch Hunter, which you could pick, and might as well just pick a simple node. I mean,
whoa, Culling Strike.
There's a basic one that's just Culling Strike. You might as well put that. We didn't actually plan to show this character class while we're doing
the guy specific is this little mouse. He's like, not showing anything, dude. Not showing nothing, dude. Leak it, David. Leak it.
Now, right there, you also see there's an entrance to the Trial Master's Tower. That's like a special endgame thing, which we're not going to show you, but effectively that's the Pinnacle boss for this particular endgame grind. But let's talk a little bit about how you're going to expand on this. So if you go back to the start of the area, the keys not only have let you get into the trial, but they're also going to have mods on.
Can't I mention 4 fucking mods? God's guys, can we not be mean to Jonathan, please? It's a 3-day ban. Why are you guys attacking, like, random people and shit? Like, yes, Jonathan was incorrect, and he said there was a change when there was no change. Like, he misspoke, bro. Okay, he thought that's what happened. That's not what happened. Like, yes. Well, no, because I innocently noticed there was no change. But he said there was a change. So I went back to 100% confirm that there was no change because I was paranoid because he was saying that there was a change. Okay. Jonathan misunderstood.
On them as well that allow you to do different things.
Well, worry. Sacrifice up to 10 Exalted Orbs to receive double. Wait, what the? Wait, 10 Exalted Orbs to receive double on trial completion. Minus 25 of maximum player asset. What? Oh my god. So wait, you could show. I mean, that's not worth it. Fuck that. Unless there's no chance you're gonna die. Maybe if you did it in a low level one. If you did it in a low level one, okay, fair enough. Yeah, area level 45. So I would do it when I'm like level 60. Quickly just run it out. But I didn't even know it's even worth doing. You gotta remember, 10 eggs is not good. That's like saying sacrifice 10 chaos to receive double. Are you going to really do 4 trial areas just to get 10C? And, you know, in a low-level zone? If you're a softcore, for sure, I would do it. If I was softcore, whatever, try it out at level 45. But if I'm hardcore, I'm only doing it at a high level, and I don't think it's worth going back to do it, unless you really needed eggs, which I don't think we're going to need eggs. By the sounds of it, you get multiple eggs in the first act, right? Mini eggs in the first act. So that by the time you're in, like, act 5 or whatever, well, Cruel Act 1 or whatever the fuck you want to call it, you're going to have like 30 exalts, 40 exalts.
And just like the Vial always have, we want to make sure that there's things that have both bonuses and downsides. That they're very double or nothing type culture. So this one here says sacrifice up to 10 exalted orbs to receive double that on trial completion.
You get other
stuff. So
true.
effectively, you can go double or nothing on currency as well. But it also has minus 25% to maximum player resistances, which is a pretty nasty downside. You can roll these things and
unscarded.
They have some pretty interesting mods on them. So it's one of those things you can specialize into in-game. Now, of course, there's also uniques only available here and various other things available here. So you're going to want to do that.
So I guess I get dropped.
So those are the 2 trials that extend into in-game that are during the campaign. But now we want to show you how the actual in-game, sort of primary in-game system itself works.
Level 95 Invoker. Wait, have we even seen gameplay from a level 95, bro? Wait, have we even seen this? Wait, level 95?
So we're going to have to get a higher level monk to be able to show you that.
Whoa, I've
Now,
not
I'm not
seen
going to get
this.
too much into the plot of this, but this is where you're going to start in the end game. And just like in PoE 1, we have a thing called the map device that you're going to be using to travel around. But what you actually get when you click on the map device is going to be quite different. Now,
Bro, they already seen this. They already seen this, bro. They had seen this, bro. They had seen this. They had seen this. What was it acting like, bro? What was it acting like? All these LA guys. What was it acting like? Did they go like what? I'm a broken record. Yeah, I know I am a broken record. I am a broken record. Well, I already saw this. Already saw this.
Storyline here effectively is that there's corruption from the beast has spread across the land, and you're going to need to try and cleanse it. Now, this is actually an infinitely scrolling map that goes in all directions and contains all areas you can go to. You can go to each map only one time, so you're going to want to, you're going to try and want to find, interesting places to go. Now, this is the primary thing to explore after you finish the campaign, and there's all sorts of things to find on here. There's bosses, there's towers, there's beast corruption, there's rare areas with interesting mechanics, all sorts of in-game content that you can see these icons for around the place, and hideouts, roving merchants.
Wait, what did that read, bro?
And even
How did that read?
cities. You can see these icons.
Savannah. Control middle click to complete. Huh? I mean, is there some developer UI shit? Must be some developer UI shit, right? It's gonna be some developer UI shit. Wildlands spurn those who claim 100% more chance to inflict elemental ailments while unbound.
Cons for around the place, and hideouts, roving merchants, and even cities. Now, effectively, in order to travel to one of these, what you're going to do is click on it, and then you can travel to it using a waystone. Now, these waystones effectively work like maps did in Path of Exile 1. You can craft them and so on as well. Once you've gone to the map, then what you're going to find is a randomly generated... Oh, okay, he immediately clicked the portal back.
How? You just did it. You've seen this problem. Nah. I complain about this constantly. How is that still in the game? Fucking fix it. Everyone does it. All the other ARPGs in the fucking world give you it's like a grace period where it's unclickable, so you can't do it. PoE doesn't for no reason, and he's just done it. He's just witnessed it. Maybe Wast is fixing it, but I don't care. It would be so simple to just like when you come for a portal, yes, you are invulnerable. You can't move as long as you don't move. But then just at the there's a literal 500 ms grace period where you cannot click the portal. That's every other game has this. PoE doesn't. You constantly go back through the portal. Like
Classic mistake.
No, not a classic mistake. It's bad game. That's bad coding, bro. That's bad coding. That's bad coding. It happens to me every league, and I complain about it every league. And we talk about this every league. You can't. Yeah. Hey, it's fine though. Good coding, bad design. Just bad. Yeah, good coding. Well, the coding's good, but it's bad design. Yeah. They just need a grace period. No, this chat.
It's generated. Oh.
No, this happens to everyone.
Once you've gone to the map.
This is a professional gamer, and this is the league game designer, and he's currently witnessing a problem that everyone bitches about.
Then what you're going to find is a randomly generated... Oh, okay, he immediately clicked the portal back. Classic mistake. So what you're going to find here is a randomly generated area, and we've really ramped the random generation up to 11 for this. Obviously, all the monsters here are also going to be random, and one thing I will mention is that the variety of monsters in PoE 2 is a lot higher, and they have a lot more interesting abilities, which means that interesting combinations of them in maps can really produce interesting results. These particular ones that were randomly picked here seem to be relatively simple, so I guess that point isn't that well made today, but that's all right. Now, this monk is effectively the same kind of build that we were doing before, but it's a lot faster for in-game. But what we're going to do is we're going to amp it up a little bit further just to sort of see some of the kind of things. Whoa,
I gotta go back. Well, I gotta go back. Oh, this is 1195. I gotta go back. I'm sorry, Jet. I spaced. I was locked in. I got distracted, and then I got locked down on something else, and then I'm sorry. I forgot. This is level 95 gameplay. Well, I've never seen this. Wait, okay. I had blind, didn't see any of it. I'm going back.
What you're going to find here is a randomly generated area, and we've really ramped the random generation up to 11 for this. Obviously, all the monsters here are also going to be random, and one thing I will mention is that the variety of monsters in PoE 2 is a lot higher, and they have a lot more interesting abilities, which means that interesting combinations of them in maps can really produce interesting results. These particular ones that were randomly picked here seem to be relatively simple, so I guess that point isn't that well made today, but that's all right. Now this monk is effectively the same kind of build that we were doing before, but it's a lot faster for in-game. But what we're going to do is we're going to amp it up a little bit further just to sort of see some of the kind of things that you can do
what is
in
that?
as well. So after we've finished clearing this pack, then we'll do that. So
I must admit, obviously, directly, I'm being comparison Andy right now. Being comparatively speaking, the density in these maps is fucking. I've been bricked. I've got PoE 1 brain. PoE 1 brain here, bro, is saying, not enough density. This is what my brain's saying now. Maybe we just get used to it, and maybe the loot drops is still sick, and maybe it still feels fine. And I have to. Obviously, I don't think you need 20,000 fucking. I don't think you need 20,000. Yeah, you don't need 20,000. What do you call it? Monsters on the screen at all times. But I mean, looking at it, it looks quite barren. But maybe that's just PoE 2, and maybe because it's just you just get used to it. I mean, is Elden Ring barren? Is Elden Ring barren? He called it a pack. The pack was 2 monsters. Yeah, it was weird. He was Octavian was literally fighting at the beginning of the map. He was literally fighting one monster, and it was not even a rare or a magic pack. It was one monster. The tier 1 white map. Yeah, still, I mean,
let's open up.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this is bad. I'm not saying this is good. I'm simply describing to you what I'm feeling right now. Okay, that's all. I'm just getting that off my chest. That's what I'm doing, chat. All right.
This, and what we're going to do is this is a character that frees a lot of things.
Cast on freeze. Oh shit, bro. Go back. Oh shit. Okay, gains 100% 100 energy when you freeze an enemy with a hit from a skill once per skill use. Tricks all targeted spells and loses energy on reaching max energy. Has 10 max energy per 0.13 seconds cast space time spell. Okay.
A lot of things. So we're going to add a cast on freeze gem here. And what that's going to mean is every time you freeze a monster,
what the hell one-wing presence, bro? What the
freeze gem here?
That was over.
And what that's going to mean is every time you freeze a monster, it has the ability to cast whatever spell of your choice. In this case, we're going to cast Frost Wall.
Okay.
And we're going to add Fortress.
That's the one that does a circle, right? Yeah, circle.
And
reduce cooldown. Okay.
Reduce cooldown to that so that we can cast them all of the time. And they're going to go in a circle around the monster that got frozen. So effectively, because it's going to create a lot more frozen objects around the monster, when you use your Glacial Cascade, they're going to do a lot more damage and explode for a huge amount of damage as well.
What the heck?
So the goal here is to cleanse the corruption on the map, and you do that by killing all the rares, and if there's a map boss, then killing the map boss as well. Now there are map bosses that can spawn in every map, but we've actually decided to not have a map boss every time you go to them, and instead you can see which areas have map bosses on the main map. What that means is that we've got the ability to have the map bosses be a lot more challenging, but also drop a lot more items as well.
By the way, I'm still undecided about this. I'm still undecided about whether or not I like this. Because I am a boss enjoyer. But maybe because the bosses are going to be so difficult and so long, maybe I won't be a boss enjoyer.
Because you don't encounter them quite so frequently. And you can also choose, do I want to do bossing or do I want to just grind maps and do other things? So it kind of gives the player that choice. So once you've completed the map, it'll be green on the in this area, and then it effectively allows you to continue to explore. Now this map is kind of somewhat randomly explored, so.
Steaming Springs. Okay.
So, don't concentrate too much on that, but effectively you're going to be expanding outwards from the center. Now, of course, the other thing you can do is craft maps with currency items. So if we get an orb of transmutation here, we can use that on there to get a mod on the
monsters. What the fuck is that?
If you get an orb of transmutation here, we can use
monsters break armor equal to 50% of physical damage dealt. What the fuck? What the hell is break armor? What's that about? So they've reduced your armor based on 50% of the damage they did? Maybe? So if they do 100 damage, maybe they've reduced your armor by 50? I mean, that sounds like how it would work, right? Perhaps? But, I mean, maybe they pin it's like a raw penetration perhaps per head because it doesn't say for a duration, unless it break armor is like reduce your armor for 4 seconds or something. It could be for that instance of damage. I don't know.
Use that on there to get a mod on the item. Now the prefixes
Areas pages to chill
are
ground.
benefits to you, and
Wait, waystone drop tries 80%.
the suffixes are negatives to you. So
15% quantity of items found in this area. Bam, 15% quant, dude? Is it fucking prefix? Oh, it's weird. It's weird seeing it like that, isn't it? Do you know what I'm thinking, though? By them making everything kind of additive and giving you less metrics to multiply things by, I feel like they're going to severely limit the scope of juicing, is my prediction. I feel like juicing has been giga scoped. Like the overall amount of giga juicing you can do is reduced. Because of this new system.
this is something that we've changed a little bit how it works.
15% XP gain.
So that means that you can just get a map that's just a straight up.
I'm fine with
boom
that, by the way. I like that.
Do a single.
Let's get the weakness, okay.
If you turn it into a magic with only one mod.
13% increased pack size.
But of course, if you're going to turn it into a rare, you're going to get a variety of downsides and upsides, and all of them can have different effects.
Penetrate 25 already found.
So once
I used an alteration up to roll the mats, bro.
You've cleansed corruption from maps, then you can start to unlock the Atlas tree, which allows you to further upgrade your progression.
Bro, Transmuter and Go is going to be fucking giga nerfed, bro. Because you can't alteration the shit mods now. Then again, there's no reflect anymore, so maybe there's no, like, character destroying mods, which I don't think Chris loves those. The fact that there's going to be no reflect in PoE 2, that just, doesn't that tell you that Chris is basically just not a part of it anymore? Like, I mean, that pretty much confirms. No reflect in PoE 2 pretty much confirms Chris Wilson's not doing PoE 2 stuff. At all. Reflection exists? Meh. Debatable. Debatable, bro. Debatable. I feel like that was a core... I mean, fundamentally, Chris believed he liked to have mechanics that completely destroyed entire archetypes and builds. And you'd have to, like, build around that, you know? So that way, you know, there'd be, like, an economy cost for, like, a map. Because you'd have to, you know, either you would make a character that could deal with it, that might be having more downsides, or you would have to spend money to roll it, right? The vision, bro, the vision. You got to feel the weight of the maps.
System for this thing. So here's the Atlas tree here. Now I've actually made...
How come a stream 3 times more gets more followers per hour than you times 100 and you are getting 10 per streams? Is this a V slur? I looked at Reddit to see this in serious accusations. What's he saying? V slur? Oh, we got a ban evader. There's a ban evader who's just fucking... He's looking at what Reddit? What's he talking about? Okay, monitor this guy. Oh. Okay, so there's a thing called saturation, bros. There's a thing called saturation, and when it comes to Path of Exile, I've reached 100% saturation. Okay, do you understand? And on Twitch, I am 100% saturation. Anyone who watches Twitch and Path of Exile effectively knows I exist. Okay, they know I exist. Now, whether they dislike me or like me, yes, I am at 100% saturation. Okay, if I want to get lots of followers, do you know what I have to do? I have to make TikToks. I gotta make YouTube videos. Do you know what I'm too lazy to do? Make TikToks, make YouTube videos. Okay, that's just a reality here. I am literally, yes, I am at my saturation cap of, yeah. So now, if you want to get new followers and new people in, well, then you need to go to other platforms. Can I be fucking doing that? No.
What we've actually done here is all the different types of content have their own trees. Each one of them is kind of like an Ascendancy class, and then for that content. But there's also a primary tree that you get just for killing maps. So there's a tree here for cleansing maps. There's also a tree for killing bosses, and then trees for doing other content on the Atlas as well. So you can kind of you don't have to choose between. Well, rather, you can choose to do a piece of content, but you're not going to be losing anything from any of the other pieces of content when you decide to do them later. Effectively, they all have their own kind of scale in that way. So around
that's just broken, right? 20% increased magic monsters in your maps.
An example here, 20% increased magic.
But then they balance the entire game around the fact that everyone's going to get this, right? So
monsters in your maps. Another random example, I don't know, 20% increased.
quantity of maps.
Increased quantity
in
of
your
waystones
maps.
found on your maps. But there's also like a
Wait, why is it called maps?
example.
Wait,
I don't know.
wait. 20% increased quantity of waystones found in your maps. Shouldn't it be 20% increased quantity of waystones found in your waystones? What the hell? I'm confused right now, bro. Yeah, wait, a waystone is a map. Waystone is the key? Wait, I'm so confused. It's still a map. I get that. I just realized, like, wait, they're called waystones now. Because, no, he said, no, they're not called maps anymore. They're called waystones. It's going to take me a while to get used to that. I still think people are going to call them maps. But yeah, I'm trying to get used to waystones. He literally said that this is something the lead fucking game designer, Jonathan and Mark, were sitting there and they're like, yeah, they're waystones now. I'm trying to call them maps forever. They had a convo literally about this. So, I mean, hey, source, okay. The Ziggy D Q&A. I can go to the transcript and find it where they talk about this exact thing. I mean, obviously, this is probably just an editing thing.
20% increased quantity of waystones found on your maps. But there's also like keystones here, like
dank, bro.
rare and unique monsters in your maps have 1 to 2 additional modifiers. It also adds extra extra bonuses to drops as well. So these are the kinds of things that you can get on the tree, and that's one of the progression systems as well, effectively, as I'm going through the Atlas tree here. But it's also kind of the gateway to a lot of the other mechanics. So for example, here we see a map that's got this little hand icon, and that means that there is a breach in this map. There's also the boss icon there, which indicates there's a boss there as well. So we know there's a breach in there.
Oh, I see. So I thought that was like a specific version. I thought it was like Tomb Lord, but that just means generically there's a boss in that map. I keep thinking, man, that Tomb Lord boss is everywhere, bro. But it's actually just not one specific boss. It's just saying that it's a boss.
If you're looking for breaches, this is where you want to go. You can effectively always see the content that you're going to be able to face in maps as you look around the tree. And there's also going to be mechanics for adding more of them later, which we'll talk about as well. So at the start, you'll just have to find them randomly, but later on you can add them to maps too. So let's have a look at this.
What did that say? 100 maps in range contain expedition encounters. Okay, so what that's saying is, that's just saying he's used a stone on it. So that's just a placeholder number, isn't it? That's supposed to say like 6 or 5. But they just used a placeholder like dev tool, and then they put that one in, and it's just got 100. Yeah, so it's not real. Like, they won't have that, and that's not going to be in the game normally. Normally it'd be like five maps in range of the tower.
Randomly, but later on you can add them to maps too. So let's have a look at this.
Yeah, because that just sounds bugged. Well, because it is bugged. It's just some dev tool.
So, breaches. So Breach is another one of the League sequels that we've done for Path of Exile 2, and it's also one of the sort of pinnacle like in-game content grinds that you'll be able to progress through. Breaches are effectively small fissures in reality that let you see into an alternate plane where demons roam free. And touching a breach will cause it to expand and reveal all the demons there that are lurking on that plane. So we're going to have to walk, unfortunately, directly there, which is going to trigger immediately, so you won't get to see what it looks like before you trigger it. But Octavian can do that now.
Bro, how Nomi's not going to get excited for this? I feel like Nomi's going to go crazy for this, right? This looks so sick.
When you trigger it, and this is a horrible location.
Like, this to me, when I look at this gameplay and I compare it to default gameplay, this just looks so much fucking cooler and cleaner. Looks so much nicer, right? Am I crazy? Like, it looks way, like, let's just compare that. Like,
but
compare this. Wait, when he walked up to these dudes here,
they're lurking on that plane.
He fucking freezes them and just explodes them, bro. Like, dude, just compare the shatter and freeze animations. Compare them. It looks like an arcade. It looks like an arcade, like, game from it's like they did a graphics update to a game. It's weird because I was blown away with the graphics. I guess I'm just desensitized now. I'm sorry. Even graphically, I think PoE just shits on D4 now. I didn't realize it till now. I kind of assumed like, yeah, PoE 2 is gonna be worse than D4 in graphics. Like you accept that, right? But I don't know. I feel like it's surpassed it, bro.
The amount of time.
I feel like it's surpassed it.
If you're a very good player and you can kill demons very quickly, you can keep this going for a very long time and like cover like half the map with it. If you're not as good, or maybe your build just isn't as strong,
it's like the animations, right? And the actual, like the game moment around combat.
It's very hectic. Oh yeah, there we go. So it's ended already.
Oh my god, bro.
So effectively, you have to try. If you're very fast at kill speed, you're going to be able to take very good advantage of this particular mechanic.
D4 definitely beats PoE in a few things. D4 has better cinematics. Like even after watching the cinematic for PoE, the newest one, I still was like immediately, yeah, it was pretty cool. But like if I'm going to be a comparison to Andy, which I am in comparison to Andy, yeah, the D4 cinematics is still better.
Now, breaches, of course, have their own rewards, which is why you're going to want to do them. Let's just have a look on the ground to see if we can find any. If you go,
Yeah, I hate periods, bro. Get out of here with these.
Did it drop any? Breach splinter. Right. So one of the so there's a couple of things that they drop. So one of them is catalysts, and the other one is
that
splinters.
loot filter is heinous.
So which one should we talk about first? How about the catalysts? So catalysts are a reward you can get only from breach, and effectively.
See, I like how. The thing is, if you're a game reviewer, if you're Paul Tassi and you're seeing this, right? Like, we obviously know as gamers that this footage here is like, okay, it's not got a loot filter, so all the shit that's showing would be hidden, and you'd only see like 2 items drop, right? But I feel like that to a normal human being, like if, I don't know, just insert any streamer. Like, let's say XQC was to look at this footage, he'd be like, man, this is kind of dog shit, bro. Why is there all these letters and things on the screen here? Like, what's happening here? I feel like you would look at that and be like, what the hell is this? But obviously the game, which I feel like this is bad to be showing journalists, because there's a bunch of gaming journalists here. They shouldn't show it like that. They should show it with a loot filter. And they should have a default loot filter that's good. Straight up. Normal human equals XQC. What I'm saying, I'm just saying, insert any, like, normie and make them look at this footage, and they're going to be like, I don't like that. They
do is increase the quality of specific modifiers on jewelry. So this one here says, adds quality that enhances life modifiers on rings and amulets. So effectively, this is going to allow him, if you use that on your ring or amulet, it'll allow you to increase the, it'll add life quality that'll make the life roll on that amulet go up. This is an area of player power that sort of seems relatively subtle, but there's actually quite a lot to this that you can do.
Min-maxing, bro.
Breach also drops
and
breach
these
rings
guys.
that are one of the best ring-based types because they allow quality to go up to 50, which means that you can use those as base types to create some...
Yeah, bro. I mean, imagine like a tri-res ring with a fucking res 50% roll on it, bro. Imagine a tri-res ring with a res quality, bro. Fuck life. Oh, then again... the thing is, you don't have percent life on the tree anymore, right? It's your raw dog life pool. 201 maximum life. I mean, 201 max life is kind of nuts. 201 is kind of nuts. But, I mean, what can I say? I always look at it like this, bro. You can always get more life nodes. But then again, you can't get more life nodes, can you, bro? Because it's PoE 2. Yeah, so those raw dog numbers are your raw dog life. Why can't we see his value? I want to see his HP value right now. I want to see what does level 95 character's HP look like.
Really crazy rings.
Is it like 2K? What is it?
As well. So that's one of the forms of player power you get from only from Breach. The other thing you're going to find in Breach that will sort of unlock the Pinnacle boss are these Breach splinters. So if you collect 300 Breach splinters, it will allow you to make a Breach Stone that will allow you to go to the Breach Domain where you can fight one of the Pinnacle bosses. Now, we're actually going to show you this Pinnacle boss for this particular league mechanic, just because it's nice to see one. But we're not going to show you any of the other Pinnacle bosses in this demo. But all of the different types of league, all the different types of content that we have here, all have their own Pinnacle bosses that we can do.
Hold on. All right.
Now, this is effectively a map that's a single large breach.
Whoa. This is kind of big spoilers, Chad. I don't know if we want to watch this. This is kind of big spoilers, bro. Like,
now this is.
I don't know if we want to watch this, bro. I don't know if we want to. Then again, they all watched it. All the guys who went to this event watched it, so they've all seen it, bro. We got to watch it, Chad. We got to watch it.
This is effectively a map that's a single large breach, and you're going to have to be able to race through the entire map in the amount of time to be able to get there and finish it.
Hopefully they don't drop loot to regurgitate his own food. Just wait and see what will happen with these 2 weeks.
Now this is the domain where the
sure
demons actually live, and you can see the kind of creepy hand stuff they've got going on as their theme there, as it gets revealed.
So it's like foot fetish, but hand fetish. A lot of hands, bro. Dude, they should do like Breach foot edition though. Where it's like the foot version of Breach. Okay, nice. Damn. Do you know one thing I'm noticing? I don't know if this is their recording is really shit, or if it's just all the particles that's causing the footage to look kind of bad, right? You look at this, not very much clarity here, is it? Which is like, I wonder if we're gonna have issues with PoE 2 and streaming, and it's gonna be like a fucking, not high quality. You know, I think it's just I'm gonna assume they captured it poorly, right? But then again, I know for sure when there's confetti effects over things, or like lots of little, rain, for example, that will ruin, or foliage, like lots of little trees and leaves. Like I know Tarkov has a notoriously very, very dogshit quality because of the fact that there's so many. You go to the tree areas, ugh, looks disgusting. And before the streamers have to end up playing on low graphics, bro. And turning out all the particle effects. I don't know if I like the Frostball gameplay, because you notice that he constantly gets stuck in his own Frostballs. It seems kind of like a weird kind of like putting down physical walls constantly, which like you can't pass through. So you know. You didn't click the move right now? Yeah, he is click the move, Joe, right? There's so many little particles actually. That leaf looks kind of... What ability is that?
Crush! Looks like he did it. All right, so now if we keep going here, we're going to get to the boss.
I need to move this game something down a little bit, actually. Wait, one sec. I don't want to keep covering like the gameplay. Like I don't want to cover the gameplay when you're trying to watch it. Wait, where is it? There it is. Unlock. Make it like just a little bit. Yeah, like that. Okay, good. All right.
That dreamed. We in nightmare. We that are one. She of storming cruelty.
Look at that lead back. The freeze and the boss.
I need mana.
He's He's using mana pots. Dude, the physics on the boss looks like that. Like, can we just appreciate that? Can we just appreciate that? Can we just appreciate this? Boom. Boom. It moves him back and he like has rotation and everything. We've never seen this. I've never seen this. Like physics-based boss mechanics. I've never seen that. Like even in D4 they don't have it. Where is that? I've never seen that. No, it's not just what I'm saying is it's not just a visual component. Like no, the boss's location and his hitbox and everything is moving. It's like there is some sort of weird physics there. Like it's fucking cool. She picks Ish up. Oh, she's pulling Ish out and zapping with this little hand.
His message burns.
Oh, that's Zoff. Zoff is shooting a fireball. She's grabbing out the different breach lords.
The fury of the hive.
Dude, that's so cool.
Hear the grey winds. We watch. We wait.
See, if this was me playing right now, everyone, what would all chat be doing right now, bro? What would you all be doing right now? You're all going to be saying, ZDPS, shit gamer, oh my god, yeah, you would... Oh my god, that hand attack though, bro, what the fuck?
The red fire blooms.
The pipe mechanic looks quite easy to dodge.
Realize truth. She of thought and motion.
He kind of just tanks the Ish thing, doesn't he?
No mana.
Within our grasp.
Dude, his mana blast thing.
The creeping dark of unburdened thought.
Oh, shit! Wait, that's shotguns. That's shotguns, for sure.
We command.
Are we getting a double? We're getting a double?
Thought by thought.
Dude, what? Fuck circles, bro. Fuck circles. We're doing hands now, homie. We're doing hands. Now, the question is, do you think you can stand between these two fingers? Do you think that that's actually a hand hitbox? Or do you think that that's just a giant circle? I don't know if I trust this. I don't know if I trust this. I mean, it would be crazy if they can just draw out the hand silhouettes. It'd be crazy. Limit test. Someone needs to limit test this. We need to find out. I mean, look at this. It looks like a hand. I mean, that looks spooky, bro. This big hand coming for you. I reckon you could stand between the thumb and the finger. I reckon you could stand here. I think if you stood there, I think it'd probably still hit you just because of the way. I think this is. It's probably just like this. I don't know how hard it is. Damn, Freezer's like OP, by the way. He's getting like tons of value from the Freezer the boss. That's weird though. Are you noticing this, Chad? It seems like ailments are far more like FromSoft ailments. And what do I mean by that? In PoE ailments, generally speaking, you freeze. You can freeze trash pretty much indefinitely, right? But the bosses, you can't do it to them. Although you can't. But now in PoE 2, you can freeze them. But it's kind of like a different mechanic. It's more like a knockdown, free damage out of time phase. And that just reminds me straight out of Dark Souls. Right? That's literally Dark Souls ailments. You speak in a CC, you guys staggers them, and you get like free damage, basically. Which I'm a fan of that system, by the way. You know, invest into ailments, you get lots of free damage up time. Well, I say free, but you have to invest. You get what I'm saying. He's just tanking all these attacks, isn't he? Tank the hand, bro, tank it! Dude, the arm slam with the hand slam. Okay. So the play is to like move back and then roll. Huh? Wait, TP's you when you get hit by the hand? Okay. Wait, did he die? Oh, it was a cut.
Wisdom and action.
Wait, I was weird.
Here the grey winds.
Did he get a spliced speedrun rogue?
The fury of the hive.
Did he die again? What? What the I think he's dying. I think he's dying. I think he's got a hack on that just reses him every time he dies. Or he's using some sort of palm teleport. But it's weird because he teleported to nobody before. I might be, yeah.
We that fail.
Oh, damn, bro. The hand just comes in and just kills him like that, bro. Holy. Oh, so the breach has like a deeper meaning. There's like a bigger lord. Oh, my God.
All right, so that's an example of a Pinnacle boss. And we're not going to show you the rest of them, but that's just kind of give you a flavor for what an in-game Pinnacle boss might be like. But just like all of the Pinnacle bosses, when you defeat them, you're going to get points for the Ascendancy Tree. Sorry, not Ascendancy Tree, for the Atlas tree for that particular content. So this is the Breach one here. Now, the idea is that you kill the boss, you make the whole league more difficult, and then you can beat the boss again at a higher difficulty and get more points. So the first point here you're going to see is +1 to Twisted Domain difficulty, which is going to effectively make Breach harder.
Difficulty causes... Whoa, whoa!
This point here you're going to see is +1 to Twisted Domain difficulty, which is going to effectively make Breach.
Whoa! So that's what happens when you highlight over it! We've never seen this before. They've done it. Oh, wow. So there you go. Oh my god. Look at this. Difficulty causes monsters that have increased damage and toughness, as well as them making grant more experience and drop better items. Well, there you go. That's what it looks like. Oh my goodness. They've not done this. I've literally gone frame by frame through every announcement, okay? From all the GGG announcements, we've never seen this. This is the first time I've seen this. This is literally the first time I've seen this. Okay, link to me in the announcement video where this happens. Link to me in the announcement video where it's happened. I've seen the dots on gems. I've never seen them highlight over it yet. I've always looked at it and been like, what happens when you highlight over it? What happens? Can you click on that? Does it go to a wiki? We've never seen it. This is the first time we've seen it. This is the first time we've seen it. Okay, what is linking now? Okay, you're linking a video about Empyrean. Okay, Empyrean video is not the fucking main announcement, you dumb cunt. This here was released 3 days ago. This came out of embargo. This is new. So it would have come out of the same video,
harder. It says here, difficulty causes monsters to have increased damage and toughness, as well as making them grant more experience to drop better items.
That's sick.
But there's also effectively specific nodes that will give you interesting changes to that league mechanic.
What the fuck? That's crazy, bro. I mean, I love it, dude. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's fucking badass. Oh my god. Watch it. He would never open. MP was at the LA event. Exactly. Yes, he was at the LA event. Yes.
So, for example, classed hands in your maps.
Oh my god.
Have a 25% chance to be guarded by a pack of magic monsters.
So much
breaches
info,
in your maps
bro.
are 50% more classed hands. Those things are effectively like breach chests that you find as the breach expands there. So that's like a bonus that you might choose to pick. There's lots of other ones here that you could pick as well. And as I said, each of the different types of content all have their own trees here that you can do your own stuff with. So that is actually, wait, there's one more thing that we forgot to tell you about, and this is kind of important, which is tablets. Okay, right, I should have gone over that earlier, so we'll just do it now. So effectively, right, when you do a breach in your maps, one of the things that you might find, and this is kind of important, are tablets. Now, tablets are items in your inventory that you can use with these towers. If you open your inventory there and we have a look at it's just finding a good place. So when you play breaches, you might find these breach tablets. And what this does is effectively adds more breaches to maps in the vicinity. So this says add 8 maps in range. 8 maps in range contain breaches, and breaches in your map spawn an additional rare monster. So if
what are you guys? Oh my god, chat! You're about to chat. I'm opening the box. I'm watching this fucking. I'm getting triggered, bro. I'm getting triggered, bro. I'm getting triggered. You're triggering me right now, bros. Can you just chill?
If you open a tower, it gives you this interface. You can put the tablet in there,
this is sections.
And then when you use it, it affects the local area and adds a bunch of breaches around the place. Yep. So what that means is that all the content is self-reinforcing. If you want to play breaches, then you're going to find these tablets. You're going to use those to add more breaches to maps in the area and also boost what the breaches are doing. And then which will get you more tablets, which will get you more and more and so on. So it's effectively a way to, if you're choosing breach is the thing I want to be doing, then that means that you can effectively self-sustain breach for as long as you want to, and sort of effectively turn your map into that. This is the true for all the different mechanics that you can find on the Atlas. You know, you've got ones here for Ritual and Expedition and Delirium right there.
Bro, I like how he's just dropping that, bro. I like how he's just dropping the endgame mechanics casually. Like, he didn't even mention it up to this point. Now he just fucking drops it, bro.
So, all right, so that's kind of important. So what we've covered here effectively is, okay, obviously, actually, one thing I, of course, failed to mention is that, you know, there are uniques you only get from that Pinnacle boss, of course, and so on. There are uniques you only get once you get the difficulty of that Pinnacle boss up to a certain level. Ooh, so, of course, once again, each endgame grind has to have a way to expand it, a way to make it more difficult, a way to specialize into it, a way to, you know, get rewards that are specific to that.
And before you say the static.
So, next, let's talk about Expedition. So once again, we've done another sequel to a leak from PoE 1. This one's Expedition. We'll put a map in here, and just to make it a little bit easier, we're not going to actually do the rest of the map. We're just going to do the Expedition part of it. So what Expedition is effectively there are some Kalgurans, a group of people called Kalgurans, who are trying to dig up some old burial sites from their ancestors, and the goal is try to get Verisium relics that are left over from them.
I don't know why they just keep going to Bajera. They just keep going. This is like the 5th time they've cut to Bajera. What? Like, dude, we need another shot of that bald guy fucking recording with this fucking camera. We need one more shot. Can we get one more?
Past. If you've played PoE 1, the mechanic is quite similar. Effectively, what you're going to see is all of these markers here on the ground that are going to tell you whereabouts things are buried, and they're going to dig these things up using explosives. So effectively, you have to choose carefully where you're going to place the explosives in order to be able to get the most amount of bonus. There are also these things called remnants here that give you both bonuses and downsides for doing them. After you blow up the remnant, all the future monsters after that point will be stronger but more rewarding. So effectively, Octavian's going to place down some of these dynamite charges in a string, and then once he's done that, he will be able to detonate them and spawn things. Now he's choosing carefully which remnants he wants to use based on his build. He wouldn't want, for example, to make all the monsters immune to ice, because that would completely destroy him. Now there are lots of interesting things to find under the ground. There's like chests, and there can often be caverns and things like that. Once you get to the endgame system, the Pinnacle content for this league, there's going to be bosses and so on to find and things like that.
Do you think the Pinnacle... They must have reworked the Pinnacle expedition boss, right? Surely. Surely. Right? Surely.
Now, the purpose
okay, he's going to spam me with that.
of killing all these monsters primarily is to get these Verisium artifacts. You can see one there that says exotic coinage, but there's various other things like that on the ground. They also have these chests that drop items. There's a broken circle
I do hate consoles. Whoa, 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 the Hermit Garb. What the fuck?
Oh, look, they're unique. Nice. You might as well identify it. I don't know which one that is. Let's have a look. This is just unscripted, by the way.
Whoa, bleeding you inflict is aggravated! I mean, that's overpowered, bro. Just guaranteed aggravation 24/7. Guaranteed aggravation 24/7. It's a terrible chest, though. Like 22 evasion, 22 ES. I mean, holy fuck. There must be other ways of aggravating PoE too, because there's no way they can expect you to wear that on an endgame character. I mean, don't get me wrong, it'd be strong for softcore. Like right now, if you put that in the game, it'd be like pretty strong. But then again, you wouldn't use it in game setup. You just, I mean, fuck, buy one of those insanely expensive jewels. I mean, yeah, slam it. You can't slam it.
Apron of Emarian. Bleeding you inflict is aggravated, which says...
Oh my god, he just did it again, bro. Holy fuck, bro. Oh, look at this. Bleeding is aggravated always treats the target as moving, dealing 200% extra damage once. Ooh, 200 only. Or 210. Interesting. Once a bleeding debuff has been aggravated, it will remain aggravated until its duration expires. Aggravating one bleeding debuff does not affect other instances of bleeding on the target or bleeding applied afterwards. Each instance of bleeding is aggravated separately. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
That aggravated bleeding does 200% extra damage, right?
I love this. Like, this is needed to be in the game. Wait, how come he didn't say? When they were asking about, like, the in-game wiki and all this, like, how come he didn't talk about this in the Q&A? Whenever he asked, like, questions, like, 4 times, it was similar to this. But he never mentions the system once.
So this is a bleed build type unique?
Is it getting taken out of the game, or?
Yeah, once you've got these artifacts, then you can trade them with the Kalgurans for various different rewards. And once again, I'm not, in the interest of time, I'm not going to go into too much into this, but probably one of the more interesting ones
such a big
is using crafting with a guy called Rog. We'll do that one here just so we can have a look. So Rog effectively has a shop where he'll sell you different items. You can re-roll it using the currency as well. But once you find something that you want to kind of start with...
He's got no coins, bro.
There you go. Then what you can do is after you buy it, he'll offer to do various crafts. Okay, so this is an interesting one, Sebas. Before you click anything, so what this is going to do is remove all prefix modifiers from the item.
Whoa!
So if we like the prefixes, we probably want to skip this one and not do it. So let's skip this one. We got the same one again, which is very annoying. So, okay, so I guess we just have to do it then. Then re-roll suffix modifiers. Now,
Bro, they haven't fixed a dialogue spam, man. They ain't fixed a dialogue spam. How they ain't fixed a dialogue spam for PoE 2, bro? Come on.
Quite a lot of different modes here, but effectively you get various ability to modify the item before you go. I think this one is going to turn out to be
a lot of accuracy rating.
Remove a single modifier with the lowest modifier level.
Okay, he's not only have they not fixed a dialogue spam, but he's actually got duped dialogue right now, which is kind of nuts.
I'm sure. I guess you can just take it. Anyway, that was a pretty crap example, but effectively this is a crafting system that allows you to make some pretty interesting items. Now, the other thing you're going to get from expeditions, other than the tablets that allow you to do more of them, is what else do we have here? Right, we'll just do the logbooks next. Okay, right. So we've got
Rogue's broken.
logbooks. So if you can get a logbook, it effectively allows you to do a like super expedition, which is like an area that has only expedition. These logbooks have various mods and things as well.
Does it look any different? Does it look any different? Side effects are twice market. Area contains additional underground area. Nah, this all looks the same. All looks stock standard.
And then
so
once you
literally
go
just looks
there,
like PoE1.
then you can do an expedition that has a lot more.
This is just Control C, Control V,
You
yeah.
get a lot more dynamite to make it a much larger string. So there's a lot more strategy in picking what type of things you want to find. Also, if
It doesn't matter, chat. Okay, yes, they are Control Zing and Control Cing and Control Ving some stuff, right? But fundamentally, what PoE2 is it's a new game engine, which is they've gotten rid of the spaghetti coding, right? They've got all giga updated rigs, entirely new physics, and like a whole new layer of depth as to what they could design in their bosses. Right? They're being freed from the shackles of the PoE1 engine, right? Okay? And it's one of these things where now, once they get it out with all this new shit, because they've got a bunch of new shit, and they've reset the economy, they've reset the game, they've reset all power creep, they're slowing down everything, they're putting themselves in an insane position to make some of the most banger, brand new live content you've ever had made. Like, imagine when they redo leagues with the hindsight of everything that went wrong and how they can make it way better. And not just Control C, Control V. Because I think that I do feel like they are, yes, I will agree. It does feel like they are Control C and Control Ving a bit of stuff here. Because they need to pad out the in-game content. I feel like that's what they need to do. That's the reality. They need to pad it out. Or it's either A, they want to pad it out, or B, they actually designed it for PoE2, and then they had no content for PoE1, and they're like, do you know what? Let's just backport this to PoE1 real quick, and just use it in PoE1, because we got no league, because we've been working so much on PoE2. So it's either or. But it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant to us. All it means is, yes, there's going to be some Control V in-game content, but it's nested within a way better game engine and a brand new game that has so much more potential to pop the fuck off. And they're removing so much of the dog shit that was in PoE1 that was holding it back, and they're just making it way better. It's not over-explaining. I feel like it's pretty... I feel like, to like... I mean, you can look at it as a negative, though, right? Saying, oh, I wanted only new things, but, you know... Don't get me wrong, it did rub me a little bit of a weird way when I saw, like, oh, they're doing this mechanic, and then, oh, it's literally the same. I was hoping at least to see some improvements to Expedition. Because, let's be real, logbooks need a rework. Right? Warriors... wait, not Warriors. Logbooks need a rework. They do. The logbooks are shit. The gameplay of logbooks. The whole fucking meme where you run around at the beginning and then you start saying slurs, that needs a rework.
There's also things like bosses and uniques and like special underground areas and things like that to find. So there's just quite a lot of stuff hidden under the ground.
Are they going to skip it or are they going to actually do it?
So at least find an underground area maybe.
So like, he's not even, look at this. He's not even pre-scout. So he's playing this incorrectly. He's just started raw dog placing stuff, unless that was a cut.
Hidden uniques and like special underground areas and things like that to find. So there's just quite a lot of stuff hidden under the ground that you want to do.
It just cut. Maybe they just... I mean, that's how bad the content is that they had to cut. That they had to cut. Because the whole idea of like running around, like, I mean, like planning a path and everything, like they want you to do is cool and everything. But from the perspective of an isometric ARPG where you kept this view and you can only see like 2 remnants at once whenever there's like 50 fucking remnants in the map, it's just shit. This needs to be redesigned in a way where we have an ability to like either give us icons or a little mini map or something or a different view to place things. I don't care how they do it, but I feel like if this is going to be core in-game, if this is going to be 25% of all in-game, then the logbook portion should be revamped. It should be revamped. Okay, a guy on Reddit had an idea. I'm just saying, there's a Reddit guy who had actually, very rarely will I agree with Reddit. There was a guy on Reddit who said they could just create a UI where you get into the logbook and you can just place it down from a different UI where you can just see everything straight away, so you don't have to do the whole thing we walk around. That would be an acceptable fix, or some other way. They could do it many other ways. They're a lot smarter than we are. So, you know, I'm sure hopefully the devs can get that in before this goes live.
So at least find an underground area, maybe.
Because, you know, if they are going to control C and control V a league, like, at least do some quality of life fixes that they know need to be done. Because it just, again, the start of logbook sucks. Doing the actual logbook once you've placed it is great. And placing it once you've scouted is great. But it's that first part where you have to run around for ages. Like, you're doing 2 laps of an entire map, doing nothing. Or you could zoom out and place it from the same spot. Yeah, that'd be sick. That could work. That would absolutely work. Zooming out and placing it from the same spot would be sick. 100%.
And then when you detonate it, you're going to get the string of monsters, which you can try and keep up with. Although I hear the balance of this league is a bit wrong at the moment, so he might get one shot. So we'll see.
Monga S.
As the remnants trigger, all of the monsters are going to get harder. So they might get pretty hard by the end, even if they're easy at the start.
Fucking, this ain't not melee, is it? This is a fucking ranged spellcaster, bro. No stun immunity. Okay, this backside is yeah. You gotta use the new PoE pack size, boys. Speed up the gameplay. Speed up the gameplay.
So rather than on those guys, we'll quickly show you one of the things that we found. So there was a sub area down here where called Hidden Aquifer. There's quite a lot of variety of different things like this. I'm not sure what's in this one. But yeah, as I said, some of them contain bosses. They all contain interesting rewards that can be unique just to them. So yeah, there's quite a lot of things you're going to want to find.
Changed his cast on freeze, eh? He changed. Damn, what the fuck is that cast on freeze shit, dude?
So like all of the end games, completing the most difficult content in this end game is going to allow you to get points to put in the Ascendancy Tree, make it more difficult.
It's kind of janky.
So yeah, let's go on to the next one.
You hit the dock leave, bro. That's a bad sign, bro, when you go to dock leave your expedition. Yeah, I don't know, man. Definitely logbooks could use a revamp, bro.
Oh, you might as well show the Atlas tree as well.
Number of explosives is 1. Okay, so we got extreme archaeology. So that we have that. We have that option. Yeah, do this in softcore. I'm gonna do it. You know I'm gonna do it. Oh man, see that's the thing. Like another thing would be nice. Would be having like a GUI, right? Like a little UI where you can just highlight certain mods that you don't like whenever you put it down for dyslexic players.
So there's an example here which makes the number of explosives to 1, so that you only get one really large explosive rather than having to do a whole string of them in your maps. Maybe just a randomly.
150. That doesn't seem balanced, right?
All right, let's have a look at
1,500.
Ritual.
Only 150.
So Ritual is one of the other in-game grinds.
That's tiny. Yeah, you get one explosive, bro, but it's like, it's 50% larger, bro, or 1.5 times as larger. No, that's not good. Oh, dude. It's a ban evader, bro. Mod comment. Tried to meme, but retarded. Came off toxic last chance. And he's been banned. It's instability note, dude. You got instability noted, bro. No, rip bozo.
When you enter a map with this mechanic, you're going to find these ritualistic circles through the area. Oh, there's one right there. Great. So when you kill monsters inside them, it effectively grants the monsters as tribute. And so when you summon the ritual, all the monsters that you killed within that ritual circle will spawn again.
Oh, it feels like, bro. What was going on there?
Why does that root spider have no eyes? Oh, it's breach as well. Okay, whatever. Just don't worry about that. Now, of course, because the league mechanics overlap, you would be able to kill breach monsters inside the circle and summon them again by with the ritual, I believe. All right, so when you use the ritual, it effectively closes you off into a small area, and you have to fight all the monsters that you killed in that circle again. But the key thing is that there's, it empowers them. There are multiple rituals through the area.
It's not B-roll, bro. They cut to different people. They didn't get to Bajira this time. Kind of upset.
So after each time you do this, you get a type of points called tribute that you can then spend on.
I like how he just doesn't give a fuck, bro. They got no guy who's just like, yo, this is boring as fuck, man. When can I go?
Items. But if you're willing to risk it and make the rituals even more powerful, you can go to another ritual circle, kill more monsters inside of it, and then you'll be able to make the it'll summon both the ones from this circle and from the subsequent circle as well, making the rituals very, very tough by the time you get to the end. Oh, there's one last monster over there.
He is spawning the barriers. So he's using cast on freeze, frost wall linked to the support that turns the frost wall into a circle. So that's what he's spawning the frost barriers everywhere, which is why he keeps colliding with them.
All right. So then when you click on the ritual,
it looks
it'll open
jank.
the screen here, which allows you to spend tribute.
Looks jank.
Now, I don't think we want to spend too long on this,
Kinda
but
cool though when it
effectively,
pops off.
this is the reward mechanic for ritual, and the more tribute you get, the more things you get. Jesus Christ, why are there more monsters? Oh, the map is beyond. Wait, is that 'cause it was a corrupted map? Okay, right. So because this is a corrupted map, by the way, every time you
capital D colon, bro. Jesus Christ.
kill monsters, it's got this mechanic called Beyond, where it leaves these little orbs behind, and then demons can get summoned from them when you.
They got little orbs now.
That's just one of the random corruption outcomes you can get due to beast corruption.
So you can visually see now, like the merging radius thing. So you build up an orb, which then, if it gets big enough, then it spawns dudes out of it. That's cool, actually. I like that. I like having the visual. Well, if that's in the current game, I didn't know that. If that visual indicator is in the current game, I've never seen it. Never seen it. Then again, I'm not a Beyond Andy. So yeah. Yep.
Map. Anyway, right. So this is tribute. You can buy items. None of these look particularly amazing, but do you have an omen in there? No. Okay. So in that case, we've got the inventory. Right. So one of the things you're going to be looking for this are omens. So omens are a high-level crafting item that you can use to make more targeted changes to your items. So let's have a look at what they do. So here's an item here where we might like the prefixes but thinks the suffixes are crap. So normally what you might want to do is either
Well, items so it removes only
roll them
suffix,
with a chaos
targeted
orb, or maybe
suffix.
remove them with a
So
orb of
metacrafting?
annulment. But you can't normally choose which mod to remove. This is an omen of dextral annulment. What that does is while this item is active in your inventory, your next orb of annulment will remove only suffix modifiers. So if you use that, and then use an orb of annulment, it'll only remove suffixes, not prefixes. And if you want to remove another suffix, he's got another one there. So this is a way of kind of doing meta crafting on items that allow you to make targeted changes. And with this, you can make some pretty broken stuff. There's another one here that says, while this item is active in your inventory, your next exalted orb will add 2 modifiers. That just effectively is a double exalt. This kind of thing is like a pretty simple one, but there are a lot of these and they do very interesting things. So that's just a sort of interesting way of crafting. It's one of the...
Yeah, but we're assuming that, because in the interview he said no, but then Mark said something that I feel like contradicted him. We're assuming you can double stack. So you can do the double exalt thing, but then also say only suffixes. We're assuming that there's a miscommunication between Mark and Jonathan. Currently, we assume there's a miscommunication between Mark and Jonathan, and you can actually combine them. But Jonathan explicitly said that you can't combine them, but then we're assuming he's wrong. He's only the game director, so, you know. We is based on what I've seen. Yeah. Because otherwise, why would a double exalt even exist? It's stupid as fuck. Double exalt existing. Okay, why would double exalt exist whenever exalted orbs are the most common currency in the fucking game? It doesn't make sense. The only reason that double exalt would exist is if you can combine it with your next exalted orb, whatever affects only prefixes, right? No, it wouldn't make sense. The 100%. My prediction is that you'll be able to combine them, even though Jonathan has explicitly said you cannot combine them. Well, I think it was. I might be He might have said, "I don't think you can." I can't remember what the exact words he used, just so I don't want to misquote him. But he heavily implied that you cannot combine them, but I don't think it's the case. Because in the Ziggy D interview, I'm pretty sure they had a conversation about it, and it was pretty sure you can. TLDR, no, TLDR is no, not Quin's retard. TLDR is, I feel like he's mistaken. I think it's mistaken, because it doesn't make sense.
Types of player power you can get only from this league. Of course, like other in-game mechanics, there's an uber boss for this as well, and killing that boss is going to get you points in the... we don't actually have to go there, but it will get you points for the Atlas tree for that league. So that's one of the other grinds as well.
Do you reckon they've redesigned him, Chad, or do you reckon he's the same? Do you reckon he's the same? Like, what do you... Like, I mean, they Control-C, Control-P to everything else about that league. Same. I want to think they revamped him, bro. They revamped him, bro.
Right, next up we'll talk about Delirium. So in Delirium maps, your mind is going to be infected by a mysterious entity known as Tang Mizzou. You see these mirrors, and when you go through them, it kind of affects your mind and starts creating all these nightmare creatures, as well as affecting, kind of giving these strange things for other monsters as well. So there's the Delirium right there.
Your life will end, and you...
So as you can see, it infects your mind, and you get this like mysterious mist that goes to the area.
Shit, that build is
both
so
spawns
fucking
new
cancer.
monsters as well as affecting the existing
Turn it off,
monsters in
Octavian.
interesting ways.
Oh
Now,
my
the main thing you're going to
god.
be looking for in this league are called distilled emotions. Hopefully one drops, and we can have we can show you what they do. But if not, we've got one in the inventory.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it might be really good for hardcore. Oh, then saying that, no, it won't, right? Imagine you're like imagine being stuck in a little frostwall circle zone, and there's a fucking giant ass ball of blood that's just gonna slap your ass and kill you, right? Then hardcore, that's gonna get you killed, right? A bunch of volatiles pop out, you're surrounded by frost walls, try roll, can't do it, dead. Like, there's no way. Then again, the combat is slower on PE2, so maybe you can. I don't know.
Now, if you're able to keep up with this mechanic, then you might be able to cover the entire map in it, in which case you can get some bonuses on map bosses as well.
Wait, I just realized, chat. We haven't seen Flame Dash. We haven't seen Frost Blink. We haven't seen Dash. We haven't seen... The closest thing we've seen to a teleport is some fucking unique that just says your dash now is just teleport. Yeah, we have not seen any... We haven't seen any major traversal skill where... Although Octavian was using some sort of forward leap thing, which was kind of making him go a bit faster. We've not seen that at all. Very interesting. We've seen shield charge, but that seemed to be not really like... It was like he charged through to do damage. It wasn't really like a... It was called Stampede or something, right? It didn't look like a mobility skill, though. That's going to be crazy. Then again, if there is no Giga teleports in the game, it's going to make boss design way better for the you know, because you think about how much more fucked you have to make a boss if any person can teleport from any location to another location instantly at any given moment. They have to make the bosses way more fucked. Whereas if everyone can't teleport, then you can design bosses completely differently. Like, imagine what FromSoft would have to do if you could just spam teleport, like, on cooldown. Like, infinitely. They'd have to make the bosses so much more fucked. They'd have to make the bosses teleport at you every 1 second and, like, do huge area effects and do all sorts of shit in order to balance that. So it might be really good for the design space of the game. What is BHS? I don't know what that is.
All right, so there's some distilled emotions. We have distilled ire and distilled paranoia. Now, what this allows you to do is craft mods onto your amulet that grant you passives from your passive tree. So if you open up the crafting window for that, so effectively, if you put your amulet in there, then if you do a combination of 3 different distilled emotions, then it will allow you to get a bonus passive, what's it called? Notable from the passive tree. Sorry, I'm getting a little... It's coming through a lot here. A bonus notable on the passive tree. So that one's quick recovery. 40% increased stun and block recovery. Regenerate 10% of life over 1 second when stunned. Now, once again, this is a type of player power you only get from here, but you can also use them on maps as well. So if you put them on maps, then it allows you to add bonus mods to the map, in addition to the rare mods that you can normally get. So it's another form of juicing that you can do for Endgame as well. Right, so I'm
not a fan of Delirium.
Delirium.
I'm going to obviously
now,
have to do it.
All of these different mechanics.
I'm going to do Delirium just a minimum amount. That's it.
Different in-game grinds kind of can be added with each other. If you open up the map, you can kind of start to add multiple mechanics overlapping with those towers. You can juice maps with,
it's not skillet, I just don't like the vibe, bro.
You're allocating points in the Atlas tree. Effectively, altogether, it allows you to really boost from the bottom of the Atlas to the top of the Atlas to really improve the content that you're doing to the point that it can get pretty crazy. But there is one more. In-game grind, which I'm not going to really talk too much about, but it relates to that that little object there. So effectively,
map Uber boss monolith node -15 -1.
This is where the Uber Pinnacle boss is, and we can travel to the entrance, but we won't be able to actually get in because we don't have to meet the requirements yet. But effectively, there are around the map various ways to get keys to be able to enter this area. It's kind of mysterious, and this is the hardest content in the game. So when you play the game, you'll have to try it out. But effectively, inside this area, you'll don't actually go in there. Inside here,
don't go in. Don't Octavian. Don't go in.
Inside there, you'll be able to fight the Uber Pinnacle boss as well.
It's just a lab, bro. It's yeah, you go in and it's just an Ascendancy Trial, and then Izaro's like, "Oh, where there's a flash door, there must be a flash key, exile." Like that's what it is, bro. Like that's why he doesn't want to. For
the sort of hardest challenge in the game, that is something that I think players really enjoy. So this is a sort of basic overview of how the endgame works. There was quite a lot of information there, quite a lot of sequels to leaks from PoE 1 as well.
Sequels? Okay, dude. Come on, calm down a little bit there, buddy. Calm down a little bit. Two of them were copies and pastes. Right, two were Control-C, Control-V. No, one was Control-C, Control-V completely. One was Control-C, Control-V 90% and 10% change, and the other two were like at least rewritten. Wow. Yeah, I mean, yeah. No, dude, no, chat. No, it's not PoE 1.5. It's not. We've seen, fundamentally, there is stuff in this game that you cannot do. With the game engine is just completely, it's just an entirely different medium. There's entirely different, like, if you see the bosses, and you see that the fucking bosses literally have physics to their movement. They have physical, they can interact with their environment, and their hitboxes can be all sorts of crazy, weird shapes, and you can interact with them, and you can hit all parts of that hitbox. The amount of new things they can design within the space is crazy, and we're going to see that, right? Because there's already like how many bosses? Some stupid amount of bosses, and they're making way more. And I feel like they were limited, right? I feel like PoE 1 was kind of like they'd really pushed that game engine as far as it could be pushed. I feel like they designed almost all the bosses you could design. They could make modifications, and you can obviously make lots of little hybrid different versions, but they were limited, and this basically breaks them free. And again, yes, they Control-C to Control-V a little bit, but I think it's absolutely fine. What would you rather have? PoE 2 with just like fuck all in game, or PoE 2 with in game, but it's like there's a little bit of overlap with PoE 1. You don't need all new stuff. You don't need all new stuff. That's not true. They don't need all new stuff. Now, I definitely think everything that gets put into the game needs to go under a microscope and be like, wait, do we need this? Is this just going to be additional bloat? Is there a reason we want this? Is this gameplay actually good? Is this legal? They should definitely put it under a microscope. But I feel like absolutely stuff that's good as fucking PoE 1 and makes sense to be in PoE 2 should get put into PoE 2. Right? It should get put into PoE 2. Because it just adds replayability. It adds depth. But you don't want, if they were to just say, let's just get all PoE 1 mechanics and just slap it in PoE 2, YOLO, bro, that would obviously be bad. I feel like that would be not good. I love the fact that they're starting from scratch, and they're starting off by really putting the super modern ones in, and they're going to look at these old ones, which are they'd already been removing these super shitty, ultra outdated ones, but everything's going to go through a filter. And I look forward to the version 2s of a lot of the mechanics. They need new stuff like they need new stuff and not like Blight. Okay, Blight. I'm not down for Blight. Like, I wouldn't want Blight to come into PoE 2 as it is. But Blight 2, I'd be down for. Absolutely. I've always said that Blight would be amazing if they made some changes. A few fundamental changes, and it's like a really good league mechanic. I get that Blight's divisive. A lot of people don't like Blight. But they could make it. That's the thing, though. With PoE, you can pick your end game. You're not forced to do a mechanic if you don't want to do a mechanic. You can ultimately select what you want to do. And especially with PoE 2, not needing to switch Atlas trees, each in-game, basically the way it works is, the more you do an in-game, the more points you get for that in-game, and the more you can spec into it. So I don't know if you guys remember that from the main announcement. The TLDRs and PoE 1, you have to constantly switch trees depending on what you want to do, and it's annoying as fuck, and it's stupid because it's just like, it's like an illusion of choice. No, there is no choice. If you're going to do the league mechanic, you are going to respec your Atlas every single time. And it's just like an extra step that's just annoying as fuck. And it's one of those things where in PoE 2, the more you do an in-game, the more points you'll get, and the more rewarding the in-game will become. So you become like a specialist. Almost like a profession in an MMO, right? If you're like, oh, I'm the Blight guy, right? You do lots of Blight, you get points. But then if you want to try something else, you start getting points for that, you can build up that in-game mechanic. And you can just choose to not do an in-game entirely. Which is sick. World of Warcraft.
But you can sort of see, I guess, the beginnings of a system that we're going to be expanding a lot over time. As we add more of these PoE 1 League sequels, and as we add more content that leagues to PoE 2, we've effectively got a lot of space here to be able to add as much of this in-game as possible. The Atlas tree, with all its different little, what you might call, the Ascendancy kind of cluster type things for all the different content. All of these things, adding all of these things, we're going to add one every time we add a league to effectively allow you to scale this stuff.
This is dude, the system is going to be so much better, bro. Let's not get twisted. Fuck the old, I think they knew they fucked up with the fucking Atlas tree. And this new one is so much better. It was unsolvable problem. It was unsolvable problem. Like they kind of band-aid fixed it by giving you like 5 trees, but there was no fault. Like, what are they just going to give us? Infinite trees? I mean, ultimately, this is where it ends up. They just walked it down. Like, well, where is the end? Well, we just make it so you don't have to switch. Boom.
And so that means that there is a large capability to have a lot of content here. So that sort of shows you, I guess, as a quick rundown of the content in early access. Even though it is early access, there's a lot of content here. There's a lot to do in in-game. There's the campaign plus the crawl version of the first half of the campaign plus the crawl version of the campaign. And all of that is, I guess, going to be coming out on December 6th. So how do you get access? Well, the answer to that is that we're going to be releasing a bunch of supporter packs in the relatively near future when we announce all this content. And the lowest supporter pack, the $30 one, contains a key to get access to the early access. Oh, they know. So if you buy one of those, you'll both get points, which you can use to spend to buy, whatever it is in the cosmetic store that you want to buy, as well as get access to PoE 2. And any of our existing supporters who have spent more than, I think it's around $500, basically the highest tier supporter pack in the past, will also get access for free as well. So we're expecting to, because effectively, it is a game the size of most retail games that come out. We would expect like a pretty significant number of players to be able to play, but there's still a lot of work for us to do. Obviously, we've got a lot more content to add and a lot more things to do. There's by the time we're finished, I'm hoping that PoE 2 will be, as we get to release, will feel like it's as large as PoE 1 is easily. But that's all we have for you today.
Oh, man, I'm so sad about the cuts.
Hopefully you enjoyed it. So thank you very much.
There it is, dude. There it is. Interesting. A lot of interesting things here. A lot of interesting clarifications. Yeah. So that was just told. I guess I didn't want to release that, but then they ended up releasing it anyway. So